Good morning, Grayscale. I hope you're having a wonderful morning this morning. I just finished eating an apple, and it's 1 o'clock, baby. This early in the morning? Yeah, that's right. We're gonna go steal a bunch of wine. But first, as always, we're gonna do a little bit of recalls. Looks like, excuse me, I got peanut butter still in my mouth from my apple. Sorry. Should have finished that first. I did not. That's my bad. Anyway, it looks like there's only one that has been done since our last read. And Daiko Potatoes, Inc. recalls 2.5 pound bag of frozen peas and carrots and mixed vegetables because of possible health risk. Let me guess, salmonella? Listeria!
Now that's a lot of damage!
These products were sold across New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Minnesota, Washington, D.C., and Florida. So that's it for that one. However, it's not it for us. Let's hop into the game, shall we? Now, what we have to do today is we're gonna go get a bunch of wines. First, we're gonna get the wines to steal then sell, and then we're gonna get a bunch of wine, grapes, and jugs to make wine, worse wine than the ones we're stealing, to get money to make our bad wine. I don't know if I consider it stealing necessarily, but it's close enough. Now, we're gonna go to the guy outside of outside this side of a rock. I'm gonna travel with Primo. Basically, as far as I can tell, I'm gonna need probably around 500k to fully finish this grind to 80. So we're gonna travel with Renu to the Hunter Guild. We go up at the ladder. Then up this ladder. And hopefully we can get a full inventory of these nice and easy. We'll see though. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can get the World Switcher plugin. Or the World Hopper plugin, excuse me. Hop next, Control Shift right. Okay. Control Shift right. Got it. And then quick hop out of Dangerous Worlds. Show switcher sidebar, show world ping. So hop message in chat, show menu option, subscription filter, members. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Hop in worlds. And now we go until we get a full inventory. You know what? We're gonna go the other direction. To go from the top down. Slowly but surely, we'll fill up several inventories of this. This is step 1. Which is going to take a while. So, having said, let's go ahead and continue the One Chunk Iron Man series. No! No! No one wants that!
For one night only, celebrate the artists that lit up the world this year. Nominees include...
Skill capes, the pinnacle of every skill in RuneScape. Achieving these sometimes takes hundreds of hours, as to unlock them you have to achieve level 99 in a given skill. Normally, you'd be unlocking new training methods along the way to speed up the grind. But what if you couldn't? What if you had to go from level 1 all the way to level 99 using a single training method? Well, that's exactly what I have to do. I'm currently level 71 agility, and I've trained from level 1 exclusively using this place, the Brimhaven Agility Arena. Why? Well, this is my extreme one chunk Iron Man, which means I can't leave these 2 chunks without completing everything there is to do here, which includes getting level 99 agility for the agility skill cape. And with access to only a single training method, this is going to take a long time, so let's get started. The first ticket of many. Well, for the 99 grind at least. I actually already have 484 tickets I saved from getting some levels previously, so I've got a solid amount of experience banked already, which is a weird thing to say for agility of all things. You see, the Brimhaven Agility Arena is a very unique course. There are 25 platforms all hosting a pillar, each accessible by various obstacles in the arena. There are 14 obstacles in total, 9 of these are accessible right off the bat at level 1, 3 get unlocked at level 20, and 2 get unlocked at level 40 agility, which means I now have access to this entire course. Every 60 seconds, a pillar on one of the platforms is selected and has an arrow above it. If I tag that pillar in time, I get both an Agility Arena ticket and a Brimhaven voucher, which we'll go over later. The Agility Arena tickets each give 345 experience, so to earn the most experience I can here, I need to not only be quick, but also attentive, as missing these tickets severely hinders the experience rates, and without the tickets, the experience here isn't great at all. Doing 300 hours of agility straight is going to hurt my soul, as I'm going to have to constantly be jumping traps to get the best possible experience rates, so I'll probably take a break at some point to nail off some of the other chunk tasks. I've still got 5 collection log items to get, so maybe I can obtain one of these later. Ooh, an Evil Bob random. Will this be the one to give me fishing? Hey, I actually got the fishing XP. That is
nice.
Level 7. I cannot fish anywhere, but if I unlock these docks, at least there's a spot here if I ever get a net or a lobster pot. And it is just nice finally having another skill above level 1. 72 agility, the first level of many and the fastest time we're gonna see a level up message over the next 2 months. Now that I've gotten a level, let's go over the general strategy I'm gonna be using. The Brimhaven Agility Arena actually has a cool little trick, a method of training here that requires absolutely 0 mouse movement. If you're jumping one of these spike traps on the edges, you can click over this mountain area on any side to continuously jump back and forth on the spikes. Doing this is the best active experience in here. Even without collecting tickets, this is a viable training method, but it caps out at around 34,000 experience an hour. However, combining this with collecting tickets increases the experience rates upwards of 50,000, which is much better. Almost 2 months went into this video, so if you are enjoying it, please do hit that subscribe button, and if you want to keep updated on my series during the long breaks, please do join my Discord linked in the description. What the fuck?
Yo!
This wasn't a chunk task. This is not a chunk task. Holy fuck! I cannot believe that's just happened. And I can't even drop the follower here. Oh no, I should have kept it out. Oh, I should have kept it out and I could have ran around with it. I did not expect this. Look at it. Oh my god, it's so cute. I did not expect to see a collection log from tagging a pillar. What the real question is, can I go back down here with it out? I don't think I can. No. Oh, I should have kept it out and it would have stayed there. I am so happy. That is a 1 in 26,404 drop rate, and I've just got it under 2,000. I was really hoping that I would get that on the grind, but I didn't expect to get it at 72. I am dumbfounded. So how come you're so agile? Is this squirrel called Tom? Well, I'm kind of sad that I can't go down the ladder with the squirrel, but it can be my little mascot in my inventory for the rest of these chunks. I wonder if I'm going to see any more of these on the way to 99. Because I'm going to have to run almost 20,000 laps.
Of rune.
So it is going to be pretty close to another pet. Is this the last piece? It is. If we take a look at the random event collection log, all I am missing now is the stale baguette, which means the zombie, the mime, freaky forester, the beekeeper all give lamps. So I'm maxed out on lamp potential right now. And this pillar is a big milestone.
Let's see, what is the math on that?
1,000 tickets in the inventory. That is 365,000 experience, which right now would probably get me all the way to maybe 77.
No, 28.
I don't get an XP increase here until level 80, so I'm just going to save up tickets until I can go get 80 all at once. As you already know, each ticket is the equivalent of 1 minute of time. So 1,000 tickets took me around 17 hours, assuming no downtime. But there are actually ways to speed this up. The problem is they require the achievement diaries. You see, the Karamja Gloves 2 and the Karamja Gloves 4, obtained from the Karamja Medium and Karamja Elite diaries respectively, both buff the Brimhaven agility course in wonderful ways. The Karamja Gloves 2 are the most important, giving a flat 10% increased experience rate to both the tickets and the obstacles on the course. But the Karamja Gloves 4 give a 10% chance to receive 2 agility tickets instead of 1, which increases the XP rates by an additional 10%. Unfortunately, I don't have access to any of these, so the potential of more experience will be looming over me for this entire grind to 99. And if I've done my math right, 2,401 laps should get me all the way from level 76 to 80. Which will increase my XP rates just by a little bit. Let's see if that holds.
Co-pilot, I bet my daughter an ice cream that a snail's faster than a slug. Am I gonna win?
It's true. It is insane being able to just get drops of 80,000 experience. Look at that, all the way up to 78 already. It is insane. My math was indeed wrong. I calculated them at 365 XP, but they're actually 345. It's not a big deal though. I can just go down, get some more, and I will hit level 80 shortly. So back on the grind. And there is the 80 agility that I was looking for. It's not much, but making sure that I got 80 as soon as possible by using the tickets means that whenever I tag these pillars, I get an additional 30 experience, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is an extra nearly 2,000 XP an hour. Oh, that is interesting. I have just tagged that pillar and got 210 experience, and I wondered why, because I have 80 agility. But it turns out boosted down levels lower the experience, which means boosted up levels should also higher the experience, which is really weird. I've got no way to boost it personally, but maybe that helps someone. If you have like a Summer Pie and 85 agility, you can get the XP rates for level 90. So I've got 79, and if I tag this pillar, it only gives 210, which is the level 71. That sucks. I need to be very careful on these dart traps now, because this is the only trap that can lower your agility level. You fail this. I've just hit level 82, and I've realized something. I've gone through over 2,000 laps, only eating 1 bit of food. I didn't need to eat anymore. So I think I'm finally at the point where I just don't need food for agility anymore. I thought I might have to get all the way to level 99 for that, but the fail rate's that low that my natural hit points regen just outclasses it. I have got over 1.5 million experience in the last 5 days, so if I can keep up at this rate, it's just a 30 to 40 day grind, which isn't that bad. And that is 5,000 laps with almost 2,600 in the inventory. That is more than half of my entire laps in tickets all at once. But I think that's the perfect time to mark a break. I still have a lot of tasks here. I need to obtain the obsidian sword, I need to obtain the obsidian staff, and I need to obtain full obsidian armor. I also need to still get the Jad pet, as I've only done one fire cape run, and there's no way that I'm trading in my fire cape right now, because it's the only one that I've got. So I need to do many more runs of that too. So I've got a lot that I can work on. But before any of those, I need to train a bit of smithing. You see, I have some XP lamps in my inventory that you may have noticed, and I'm not sure what to do with them yet. If you take a look at my hunter level, it's already 16, and in one more level, I will unlock baby imps, which means if I roll the chunk to the north of Brimhaven, I actually unlock Puro Puro. Now, in the Extreme One Chunk rule set, because I don't have any way to train hunter and it's got to be lamps, I can choose to lamp to 17 or not. I'm not sure if I want to do it yet, so I am going to keep it at 16, and it's there in case I want to do that in the future. So then the question is, what do I want to use these lamps on? If you look at smithing, I currently get 2,400 XP an hour, and that's why the grind is going to take over 1,300 hours with bronze bars. There is some good news and some bad news. The bad news is I can't actually bank these lamps, so I'm going to be getting a lot less smithing XP while I wait. But the good news is I actually can keep my squirrel out. Look at him. I am so happy with this. I can't change his look, but I love him just how he is. Because I want 50 as soon as possible for these lamps, I'm going to do something I never said that I'd do. And that is going to be buying silver and gold. This might be a bad idea, but I really do need the smithing level, so let's give it a go. Everything I try to buy in this place is just always overstocked on some worlds. It's mad. Can't buy runes, can't buy ore. What can I buy? And that's going to be the last inventory, because it put me to just under 1 million tockle, and I need to use all that on bronze if I'm going to get anywhere close to 85. That gives me a lot of ore. I decided to start buying some copper and tin on the worlds while I was hopping, because I was almost hitting the hop limit with a silver. And I've got quite a lot of bars. Surely this gets me close to 50, right?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Kim. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm currently world hopping to try and get red wines to sell, because this is one of my best money makers at the moment.
And that is all of the bronze bars done, and I've got 32.
I am tired but good. Tired but good.
Still too far away to make these lamps worth it, I think. Now comes the fun. I got to use 2,400 silver. They give more experience, and I can AFK for twice as long at the furnace.
Don't shake my moneymaker, as they say.
13 to 14 XP per bar. This is more than twice the rate of
Mama didn't give me nothing.
I'm
manually creating it.
I'm not gonna lie. Getting over 300 experience in an inventory.
I have a full inventory, so then we go down here.
It's gonna cost like 29 million tockle instead of 4, so I don't really think it's an option. And if I get a 99 smithing grind in the future at the anvil and the chunk to the south, these are useless because the bars give crafting experience. So while this is fun for now to get some quick levels for the lamps, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do too many of them. Well, I've had to pull out some gold, but this will be the final level and where I need to start lamping from. 43 smithing, and now every lamp that I get for smithing is going to be another 430 XP. I would like to go get some more agility done, but first I've got a few more chunk tasks to work on. I can't just do a
riveting gameplay.
Right? Ooh, I actually do still need this from the Zeals and the staff from the...
I'm gonna pause real quick. $4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subathon on Sunday is going to be probably around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Time to however long 6 hours is after that. So 5 p.m., 6 p.m., somewhere in that range. So basically, basically in that range. So, hell yeah. And we wait, and we wait, And we wait. I'm gonna do 3 inventories for now. Oh yeah, thank you. I will. I appreciate you. Sometimes, because other people are doing this, sometimes that you load into a world and there's just no wines available to you. So you just gotta keep hopping and hope that you get there. We get to a world where they've respawned. There we go. So I'm going backwards currently through the worlds. Make sure nobody like does anything like abhorrent, you know? That's basically it. I don't have anything crazy other than maybe I may ask you to make a poll here and there, but yeah, nothing setup wise is fine. And, like I don't got nothing major in that department needed. Currently I have an auto raid shout out. But you can do the exclamation point SO if you want to when they come in. What up? How you doing, Charlie? This looks like me trying to collect wines. It is RuneScape. Indeed. I'm collecting wines. It's wine o'clock, baby. It's 5 p.m. somewhere. Hell yeah. I have the most annoying day for work today because I have only 1 hour with one of my clients, and I have to drive an hour to get out there, and then it's like 45 minutes to get out there, and then 45 minutes back. So I'm spending more time in my car than I am with the participant. And I don't have AC in my car, and it's still pretty hot outside. So, it sucks. Yeah. Not gonna be fun, but I'll do what I can, you know, to stay positive.
And it's probably a better use of my prayer. Oh yeah, these are much easier to kill. It's only slightly south of the reset, and I should kill it long before my prayer runs out. I still need the
sucks,
obsidian
Charlie.
knife
I'm sorry.
These, which is a 1 in 682 drop rate. I've been notoriously unlucky on these. I've already killed almost 1,000 of them throughout the account, so I'm not too hopeful, but if I can get that, I am going to be so happy. Killing these Zar is so much faster now that I've upgraded to obsidian armor.
You know, I've had people show up between, like, when they're supposed to show up between, like, literally 9 to 5, like, the whole fucking workday, and then they show up at 6 p.m.
is a thing of the past, and the stress of upgrading disappears. Apex offer very well-built and high-quality gaming PCs at a very reasonable price that pack a lot of zeros, as you can see. So I don't even need to go and reset the moment my prayer runs out. I can just kind of sit and chill for a little bit. This is the AFK method I was looking for. Oh my god.
Hey, you got it.
The first item that I got, it's only took like 4 hours, but I have got the obby knife, and that is Zeal's completed. There we go. Oh, that is satisfying. I've actually completed a chunk task on the agility episode.
That fucking sucks, man.
Close to completing the entire log. In fact, it's kind of an issue in a way, because every drop from here on out is gonna be difficult. I've already got nearly 1 million XP in tickets, but I am not going to trade them in yet because the next XP bump and the final XP bump is going to be at level 90. Which these aren't quite going to get me yet. I actually just got back from RuneFest, so this is the first ticket I am tagging in a long time. That feels good. 5,001 laps.
Jesus.
Just another 11, 12.
That's fucking. They should not be charging you for internet at the moment. You should be like, I need a refund for the time that you fucked up.
So I'm just going to be jumping between the spike traps on every single ticket. And that's the first lamp since I did the Smith in training, so you know exactly where that's going. 430 XP. And that's the first level since being back. That feels good. 86 agility, but these levels are getting so slow now. Oh, I've just dismissed a Jekyll out of habit. Let's fix that right now. With these Brimhaven vouchers, I can actually buy some clean herbs, which means that Jekyll takes them. And Snapdragons give super strength potions. While we're on the topic of using the Brimhaven vouchers, let's actually talk about the rewards a little bit. At the end of this grind, I should have about 15,000 Brimhaven vouchers, which is a lot. But there are actually
$13 credit for the issues, but that was last month, so now with all the constant issue stuff, I have to call billing and do a whole... That's fucking stupid. $13? That's it?
So outside
Jesus.
of obtaining super strength pots from
What about like
in my bank for a while.
opportunity cost, you know?
18 more pirate hooks, which is tempting but a bit useless. I definitely need to save enough tickets for the
Exactly, that's opportunity cost. Be like, hey fuckers, you're fucking with my job. Fix your shit.
Become a task as every piece is in the collection log. However, there is something incredibly interesting here that I bet you've never even thought about. The Amalay's crystal packs. You see, Grace, who sells the Graceful set, actually allows you to sell items back to her for 80% of their original cost. And because she sells Amalay's packs for 10 marks of grace, I can sell these packs for 8 marks of grace to her and skip the entire Graceful grind. I swear, getting kicked out every time that I log out and in is really adding up. 200 GP a run, and I think I've spent 25,000 right now.
Okay, I got to get 5 more.
Of logging out and in. Wonder how much of this cash stack I'll have at the end, because I'm technically only just past a quarter.
When your severe asthma says you can't, Tespire says you can. Tespire is an add-on treatment for people.
Quarter of the way. Hey, and there is the first Jekyll. This is why we've got the Snapdragons. Yoink. I hope I actually remember to use a super strength pot next time, because last time I went to Jad, I forgot it and had to go through a load of hell, and this would have helped so much.
Motherfucker fucking lynched
this ticket marks 90 agility, which sounds a bit nuts. I'm going to do this one level at a time, so let's find out if this is any good. There is the first level. And then hopefully this should get me all the way up to 90 if I just spam click. And there we go, 90 agility all at once. And I'm confusing the clan chat with the spam. Getting 3 levels like that is almost unheard of with agility. That is another unique thing to these chunks. This is the only course in the game where you can stack up XP like that. And I think it might be time to talk a little bit about the agility cape. You see, it is a goal, but also it's kind of useful. Not only does it act as a graceful cape, offering a 4 kilogram weight reduction and increasing run energy regen by 3%, but once per day it can actually restore run energy back to full and provide the effect of a stamina potion for 1 minute, which means I can use this once a day to either speed up the smithing grind or in the fight caves on the Jad run, and it might even have some use in
That's
the
3 inventories. We're gonna stick with that for now.
Starting from no tickets again, I have 0 bank.
We'll be doing this every so often. I don't think I'm gonna go full level 80 right off the bat, but I'm gonna get as far as I can off of these wines.
25 hours. Oh boy. Maybe I can do it less if I am really efficient on these spike traps. I am being teased. I am being completely teased seeing a dragon imp and having Puro just 1 tile away. There we go. Back to 1,000 tickets already. Another 300,000 experience in the inventory. But
all right, we travel with our bird.
I've got like 500,000 experience just by jumping obstacles. And there is the first level in the 90s. 91. We're moving up. The 270 XP ability tag is great now, though. It adds an extra hour's worth of XP every 20 hours, which is really good. Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa, I'm in fucking despair. In all seriousness, that is 92. I am officially halfway. And I've already got the tickets to get 93. So,
yeah, baby. 58K. Let's fucking go.
I got to the halfway point, probably around 8,000 left.
All right, now
tickets, which is kind of mad to think about.
I'm going to deposit this gold. And, well, no, I'm not. Where is the
pillars was a lot less, but it's not.
It's up here. The general store's up there. So we're gonna go to the general store, buy some grapes.
This reads 15,000 because
I don't know how long.
This is about
140, 150. Yeah, I think it's this. So far, no, we buy some.
So I've got
what do I buy here?
Left.
I forgot what I buy here. I know I buy something.
I have 2 lamps and a book.
Oh, empty jug packs, right?
All of these on smithing. That's going to be the first level just from lamps. 645 XP for that book. And there is 10,000 laps officially in the 5 digits. And I'm almost at the highest ticket stack I have ever
And now,
had.
while we wait for
And
that
there's
to
level
reload,
94. Slowly,
we go and pick
getting
grapes.
there.
To get grapes.
800,000 experience a level now. I don't even think I've got
Not
another skill
to
in the
not
account
reload,
that's got
restock
800,000 XP.
rather.
Nope, no, I have not.
So we're going to get
Strength is
grapes
close, but not
from the
quite
grape
there. This
thingy
is
we
insane. And after
talk
a
to
long
the
level, there is 95. Holy crap. I'm kind of slacking on
vineyard
random events,
worker.
though. I've still only got the one level and I'm halfway to 45, but I really thought going to 99
No, that's
here
not.
would've
That's
got
a
me a
vineyard worker. I
lot
need
more
the.
XP
I need
randoms.
the.
I think I've just been a little bit unlucky. I've had a few, but unfortunately, I might not even hit 45 at this rate.
Foreman.
Hey, look, this is an imp drawing a circle that you can't even right click. I saw this in Chestlocked as well, and it is really rare to actually see, but this is what causes the crop circles, look. That is so cool to log into. The fact that I log in sometimes and just see that is great. Okay, so I can't drop the squirrel
Okay,
inside
so we need
the
to find the
agility arena,
shining
but what happens
ones.
if I have it out inside of a random like this and then teleport back to the arena? Does it stay
Oh, that's
out?
what it looks like.
This is a scary message. There's nothing on the floor outside of my pet. And it says, do you need to collect any dropped items? If I click no, do I lose my pet here? Wait, what's going on? Because if I click yes, it obviously doesn't teleport out. If I click no, what happens? Do we risk this?
No.
Do we risk this?
No.
Oh, please don't get rid of my pet. Oh my god, wait. Hey, it's out in the agility arena. Holy shit, it works. Oh, that is so good. I've actually got the squirrel out again. Well, it's time to say goodbye to the pet once again.
None of those are
being
the
nerd
shiny
logged in
ones.
5 minutes, which means
This is gonna be rough.
guy
I'm gonna
is
have
not
to
gonna be
figure
able
out
come back
a,
down until I get another random
maybe
event.
there's a
I am
plug-in.
so close now. I can feel it. Under 1 million XP to go, and it's
Okay,
safe to say
let's
at
see.
this point
Oh,
I'm
okay,
a little
cool.
bit lost
Yes,
and not
fantastic.
sure what to do with myself. So I've been going around examining all of the traps. Some of them are really cool, like just make sliced human on the spinning blades. But some of them were a little bit weird at first. Look at these monkey bars. Now, I'm the king of the swingers. That is the first thing I read, and I was like, whoa, Jagex, hang on. It's not that type of fantasy game. But then I realized it's a Jungle Book reference. It's the song. That is
Yeah,
so
no
cool.
shit.
And then if you examine the pillars as well, you get a nice little astronaut Neil Armstrong reference. It's a small step for a player, but a giant leap for mankind. I can't believe it's took me 300 hours to actually start examining things. What is wrong with me? I need to get into the alien food mindset. Well, there's just been a game update, which makes it the perfect time to test something out. This is a Brimhaven agility world, which I haven't actually done at all during this grind. Because there's no benefit, you don't get any additional experience for being on a world. But there are some really cool little quirky things on here. On these worlds, the first time you tag a pillar, it actually notifies the chat. Or not. Wait, okay, it turns out there's 3 Brimhaven agility worlds, but 314 doesn't actually have the special features. It's only 385 and 508 that do. So let's go on 508 and see if anyone's here. What is going on? I've just tagged the pillar and I didn't get the notification. What is going on? According to the wiki, on these worlds, the first player to tag a dispenser gets a shout out in the chat. I did not get a shout out and there's someone else in here, so I am so confused. Are these worlds just broken? That's so weird. I was excited to try these out. Maybe get some of my community involved for the 99.
This may not be the best way for me to get grapes.
Codename Operation Snake Eater. This is a Cold War, fought with information and espionage.
The Cobras will take care of him.
Ocelots are proud creatures. You're mine now.
Snake, show your patriotism.
Don't worry.
And it's just, they don't work. Where's my shout out? There's no shout out. What is going on, Jagex? That is so weird. I was so excited. Oh, well, looks like these worlds are a bust, so I'm
That's
just
quite
gonna
funny.
have to get 99.
Oh, I think there's a food shop that also sells grapes.
Lonesome. And that was the last level that I was gonna get down here, because after 96, there's no more levels to get running obstacles. It's all gonna come from the tickets. I've just ran the math, and I've just got 93,000 experience left. 93k, and I can turn all of these in for tickets and get 96 to 99 all in one fell swoop, which is absolutely nuts. I don't know what to do with myself after this. It is about 332 hours, 333 hours so far, including the jumping the traps. It has been an insane grind. 7 weeks of hell is about to be over in another 2 hours. And to celebrate the 99 we'll be getting shortly, everyone is here on the world, just having fun, celebrating ready. I am so close. I have just a few more laps to go. If my calculations are correct, this is the final ticket that I need. I'm actually going one over just to make sure that I've got it, but this should be enough for 99. But first, there's one more thing I have to do.
Shit, you can have a house portal here.
I don't even have enough to buy the skill kit, so I'm just gonna have to go and get some money really quick. Okay, I've got a dupe Obby Mall. This should get me enough gold. There we go. I am also gonna get the squirrel dropped and just make sure we've got a lovely jubbly pet to enjoy the 99 agility it has earned with us. And everyone's here ready. Oh my god. Where the hell is the person that I even trade? Where is she? There she is. I'm going to do these one at a time to make sure that the clan chat as well get a bunch of shout outs and I spam them just for fun. So I can only trade these 50 at a time. I am going to spam click until I have got one level. Which
I need at least a couple inventories worth of grapes. So this is going to take a hot minute, which sucks, but
I am very worried. There is
well,
97.
I don't know any other way to get a bunch of grapes other than farming them, but I don't want to have to wait that long.
Level 99. Please tell me I've got this proper. And there is level 99. Oh my god, and we have spammed the chat successfully. That was so fun. And now we have a few more things to do. First things first, I don't need to pay that guy. I need to talk to him and get this lovely jubbly little skill cape. This is the first skill cape on the account. Look at all the support from my fellow chunkers and stream viewers. Oh my god. There's the cape. And there is chunk task completed. I am so happy. Let's do the emote. I am so happy. Now, the final question on everyone's mind is probably what am I going to be doing with the Brimhaven vouchers? And honestly, I have no idea yet. I'm definitely saving up for the Amylase packs to buy Graceful in the future and saving for the Graceful recolor. But I still have around 12,000 left. I think it's best to save them and just let them sit in my bank so I can use them when I need them. And seeing this guy behind me with the trimmed agility cape reminded me of something I only just recently realized. I actually have to get one of these. It's been sitting on my chunk map for a while as it's my best in slot.
Hell yeah.
But for some reason,
fuck yeah, baby. I hope it works.
99. So that's yet another
I could hop worlds, but I don't want to hop more worlds.
It's
at the
not
moment.
all bad though, because now I get to test out this agility skill cape and its
we're
various
hopping.
perks. The first thing that I want to do is figure out the question that I asked earlier. For every 10 levels, each pillar gives 30 additional experience, but I wanted to know if it gave extra XP while it's boosted. Now that I've got the agility skill cape, I can actually boost to level 100. So if I do that and then tag this pillar, I want to know if I get 300 experience or not. So if
yeah,
I
hell
boost,
yeah.
I have level 100 agility. And I do. I get 300. Maybe that means if you can boost to 110 in the future, you can get 330. That is so weird, but I am so happy that I've finally got a resolution and an answer for that. Now that I've got minus 4 kilograms weight because of the cape's weight reduction, look at how slow my run energy drains. It's so good I can run around this entire place and barely lose any run energy. The main thing I want to test here, and the thing that's going to be most important for this account, is can I get an extra lot of ores running back and forth, because while I do have the 4 kilogram weight reduction, the run energy is draining a lot quicker because obviously ore weighs a lot. But if I can get even 1 extra inventory out of this before needing to reset my run energy, it's going to be incredible. That is number 2, and I've still got 37.
I didn't want to jump.
That's actually a lot better than it used to be. So this is definitely useful. And remember, even though it's only once a day, when my run energy starts depleting like this, I can actually use the stamina boost, which puts me back to 100 run energy and gives me the effect of a stamina pot for 1 minute. Not much, but it will be useful, especially during the fight caves runs. Using melee means that I run a lot. Anyways, all in all, that means that this cape is an incredible grab, and getting it so early on this account while I've still got these grinds to do is huge. This video took 7 weeks and over 300 hours to get out, so if you would, please do drop a subscribe, it'd mean a lot. See you next time.
Sometimes I imagine what I'd write today for my dear friend Martin. I'd remind people that all hate thrives on...
This is Chunk Volcano, my extreme 1 chunk Iron Man, which means I need to complete every task in an area before moving on to the next. This includes every collection log item, every best in slot item, and completing the highest level skilling challenges in the chunks. I've already spent over 800 hours in these 2 chunks, and I've completed many tasks, including obtaining a fire cape and getting 99 agility. But this is just a tiny fraction of the work. You see, I still have 5 big tasks left, and none of them are easy. I need to obtain 4 more obsidian items, get a second 99 to trim my agility cape, obtain a Jad pet, get 85 smithing without an anvil, and somehow complete the Inferno. But even excluding the Inferno, these 4 tasks will take me almost 3,000 hours on average. So I want to take some time trying to not only make progress, but also speed up these colossal grinds, and finally escape my chunks. The first thing I want to do is work on some drops. I have 4 left to get. 3 obsidian armor pieces at a 1 in 2,000 drop rate, and the elusive obsidian staff at a 1 in 4,096 drop rate. These big Zarkets in the inner area drop the first 3, so it's actually a 1 in 666 to get any of them. So it's probably a good place to start. Killing these right now is difficult. They're just so tanky and I hit so rarely. 60 attack just is not cutting it. My prayer actually drains entirely before I even kill it, and my chunk doesn't even have access to any altars or prayer potions, so restoring prayer seems a little bit tricky. Luckily though, I have a nice little prayer altar and health restore all in one little mini game. It just takes 20 seconds. And we are as good as new. I've been doing this for over an hour now, and I've had 14 kills, so I definitely need to find a way to speed this up. I could just train my stats higher, but a little bit of outside the box thinking did give me a little idea. Because I also need to get 85 smithing, essentially only using bronze bars in a furnace, which is insane, I need to buy over 1 million ore from the shop. But when I'm buying ore, I normally reset my run energy by dying to the double Jads. But when I'm killing Zar, I also restore prayer and health by dying to the double Jads. So why not make it a little bit more efficient and do both at the same time? So I tested out my theory for a bit, and honestly, it's pretty cool. I run an inventory of ore, and then attack a Zarket until I'm out of prayer, restore everything, and repeat. This obviously led to less Zar kills an hour, but I also got around 400 ore per hour as well, which means this is slightly more efficient than doing them one at a time. So if you think about it, every 27 ore, I get 1 Zar kill. So if I do this for 2,000 kills to hit the obsidian drop rates, I'll end up with 54,000 ore. That's actually really low now that I'm saying it. Oh my god, I'm going to be buying ore for months, aren't I? I've spent almost 1,000 hours in this chunk already. That's 60,000 minutes. So I want to make it my goal to get 60,000.
Crafty, what are you doing?
I've just resubbed. That's 3 months in a row, and 3 total. You're the human version of a confetti cannon. Pure celebration. Here's what they had to say.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're too kind. 2 kinds. Two of kinds. Hello. Sorry, I turned off the points because they've been fucking up. So I appreciate. I turned off the point for the teams for now because I need to fix them before tomorrow. Because the math is getting fucked up somewhere along the line. So I gotta go in there and rework it a bit. But I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Alright, let's see here. Put this in the food thingy. How many grapes have I got so far? 55? 55. Alright. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to teleport back to Lumbridge. 55. I'm going to do a test run to see how much experience I get out of this. I can still technically fail it. So, but it gives some big EXP drops, which is cool. But first I got to get the water into the jugs. So the water's right there, the bank's right there. We just kind of run back and forth, fill up the jugs. God damn it. Shift. Swap left click. Withdraw all. Thank you. And then we go use the jug on the sink. That's not too bad. It's not taking too long. It's 1 per tick, so that's pretty good. Bank. Driving in my car right after a beer. God, I love that. Hang on, give me 2 seconds. We're gonna come back to this, but here we are.
Driving in my car right after a beer. Hey, that car is shaped like a beer. DUI, how about your beer? I'll go 100 beers in an hour. Little do you know, I filled up on beer. Pulverize the beer with my broken car. It seems you're out of beer.
I'm sorry. My sense of humor is fucked, but God, that's funny as hell. Stupid. I was hoping it would give me the suggestion so that I could go back into it, but now I gotta look it up.
Everyone's here for me. Shingles doesn't care.
This is Chunk Volcano. I honestly think this is a good method. Stuff like this is going to be
There we go.
highly beneficial. From Tsar to shop in just 23 energy. Because I've got the agility cape, this is the only shop that I actually need to spend money in. There's nowhere else to spend gold. There's nothing else I need to spend gold on unless I want to go back down the agility arena because I'm 99. Do I really want to do that? I don't know. And then the rest of the shops use Tockle, so I do think I'm just going to exhaust this entire cash stack here. 50,000 GP got me quite a lot of food, but I want to see if face tanking lesser demons actually makes me a profit because infinite food would be amazing. I'm currently doing everything I can to discover new methods to reach my goals faster. But if you also want to discover something new and learn a useful skill, why not do the same as me with today's which is slower than the smithing rates that I get. But because my level is that low, the levels do come in pretty quick. There is level 46. Prayer levels at this point don't really do anything for me. That did unlock Retribution, which I'm not really going to have a use for. But I think my goal is simply going to be getting 52 prayer. Ooh, now that's a rare drop, a Ranarr. Shame it won't be useful for a long time. That's actually the first Ranarr on the account. That's actually pretty huge. Justing raw GP, we actually double all of our money, so that is a viable AFK training method as long as I do a load of trips buying some food. Before buying more food, I did do a quick session at Pirates to see how they compare, and while I do offer some good drops for the future like the bronze arrows and nature runes, the experience is only slightly higher, so I think I'm going to stick to the demons. You don't see the total level goals often. There is 600. Not sure how much higher this is going to get in this chunk, but I've got to go much higher than this, that's for sure. No, another loop half. Will I ever hit the tooth from that rare drop table to get that crystal key that I will not be able to use until I basically unlock Herblore, because it's all
the fuck was that?
Nice. And
was that in his game or in my
there
game?
Is 70 attack. I may as well go to level 52, so let's get a few defense levels while we're at it.
Wild.
It's amazing how both incredibly rare and common this drop is from here. I think that's my 4th lot of javelins between these and pirates. I wonder if I will.
And now we work on making
for those. And after many thousands
ton of wine,
javelins, there is 52. I don't think I'm going to.
Someone did something like that.
The only use really is prayer and GP, and I have plenty. But I've got every single prayer unlocked that I can get, because all these other ones are locked for other reasons. I didn't need to do that, but I think it is beneficial to get the additional prayer levels for the fight caves anyway. And I just like 52. It's a nice level, you know? Even though I didn't get much from that grind, I actually did get a lot of these heads. So I've got over 100,000 prayer XP banked. But what I didn't know, which I find really weird, is the ensouled Tsar heads actually only give just over 1100 XP, and these give 1170. So for some reason, the demon heads give more XP than the Tsar ones, which I'm really confused about, honestly, because the Tsars are just way harder to kill. But I can't grumble. Don't think I'll ever get a use for them, but they're there. With the training arc complete, I'm gonna go and kill some more Tsar because I should be able to kill them much faster now. Let's procure the fruits of our labor. Not only have I not had an obsidian drop from these, I've also not had just a regular Tsar drop in the last like 300 kills. I'm about 50 kills away from the obsidian drop rate, but I did find something cool. If I am doing the reset method and being AFK, I can challenge and then right click the Tsar here, and then when I die, I can just click attack on the menu and it'll find the right Tsar. Because sometimes it's really annoying to find the one that's already been damaged. No! I got excited. I read the word obsidian. It's the only drop that's not obby armor that says obsidian in it. I was so happy. But it's always nice to see this drop. It's so nostalgic. Even if I don't trade it for Tockle, I can at least alk it for
I got 8 bad wine
so
out of that.
We'll see what I do with it, but I'm going to be hitting a lot of these duplicates. No back-to-back. How sad. I'll get one of these days. And that is a
level up
very big
completed.
Yay, 51.
That pushes my max hit from 18 to 19.
I can make baked potatoes with egg and tomato.
Honestly,
and a cooked
cat.
cat.
Now, I honestly thought obsidian armor
Looking
was
at
stronger.
yeah, sorry, sorry,
to 20. But then, because of how the scaling works, I got a max hit of 22 at 86. And then even all the way to 99, my max hit's only 24. I thought this gear would be stronger.
Okay, so I'm gonna need to find a better way to get grapes.
Bonus,
but the only way to get a lot of grapes at once is doing that jumping method or killing Vorkath, which not gonna be for a while, or Zora, also not gonna be for a while. I can buy them from shops.
I'm dry. I just want to get some drops, even if they're dupes. I just want to feel the rush.
Vorkath is a while away for me. It's not hard, but it's it's
probably. I hope I am one of you. Just give me the armor that I'm wearing. If you're wondering what this red square is as well, Jagex recently implemented a really cool system of locking your inventory. So if I grab a load of random stuff and then put deposit all, it won't put the toggle in because it's locked. You can do this by just going to show menu, deposit lock settings, and then you can pick what inventory slots you don't want to deposit.
Neat.
So if I do this and then deposit all, they actually stay in, even though I deposited all on the other gold. It's actually a really cool system. And if you don't know about it, you should try using it more. It's really good. I've been unlucky at cats, and I'm sick of buying ore at the minute, so I want to move on to some Zar Medj. These things are dangerous. Every time you hit one, every Zar in the area that's a higher level, and it'll also attack you.
Let's
which
see.
slows down this grind a lot. The staff has a drop rate of 1 in 4,096, and at the minute, I only kill 30 of these an hour. As not only do I have to kill the Medj, I also need to wait for all of the cats and zeals to leave the area. On top of this, they attack with both magic and melee, making them really irritating to kill one, let alone thousands. For an average drop rate, I'm expected to spend around 130 hours here, but after all of the training, surely this number will go down. The best place I've found to kill them right now is the room shop, as there's actually no zeals around and only one cat, so while I have to wait for the cat to move sometimes, it's quite a good spot overall. These actually die really quickly. I might even be able to kill 40 an hour. That'd be insane. I've only killed about 200 of these over the entirety of the account so far, because they are really difficult to kill with all of the stipulations surrounding being hit, finding one to kill, and just them dealing a load of damage before I got this armor and trained my defense, so I'm actually happy with how this is going. They're also one of the only Zar that actually have some useful drops, because they do have a rune table, but it is really rare to actually hit it. So it's not great. Well, there's 25 earth runes, which I said is not great, but that's actually really useful. I mean, that's worth, what, 100 tockle in the shop? With how fast I can kill these regular cats now, it's incredible how far I've actually come on this account. Like, when I started killing these, it was 10 minutes a kill, and now I can kill them in about a minute, look. This is so good. I'm really proud of how far I've come so far. I know I'm only at around 1,000 hours in the chunk, but we have made some incredible progress. You know what? I'm killing these in under a minute now, so even if we factor in the 30-second respawn time, if the cats are being nice, I'm on well over 40 kills an hour. One of the worst things that could happen would be if I got an obsidian cape from here. Normally, I don't mind duplicates, but the obby cape has the same drop rate as the staff here, while others Zar drop it as little as 1 in 341, so I think I'd actually be upset. I think I've just accidentally discovered something incredible. This is the only cat that can hit me when I attack one of these, because these get stuck behind the gates, as you can see, but this one gets on me if I hit. But if I go and stand on this tile here next to the gate, the Zar actually de-aggroes, so I can just keep attacking the Medj and it won't get back on me. This was the main thing that was stopping me hopping worlds, because having the Zar like right next to the Major was really annoying. But now that I've figured out you can de-aggro it, I think that I can hop worlds and speed this up by another 20 seconds per kill. I think I've finally figured out the Majors. Holy! And figure out the Majors I did. This discovery was exactly what I wanted, a way to speed up the tasks without simply training more. This one singular tile in a chunk 64 by 64 wide was indeed a huge discovery. I spent the next hour hopping after every kill, which saved 20 seconds of waiting around, but also now that I didn't have to worry about the cat, there was no more waiting at all. I could just log on, hit the Major, auto-retaliate back to the Major after the cat's de-aggroed, and repeat. Overall, this saved me close to 40 seconds a kill, and throughout the hour I actually managed to get 62 kills, more than doubling my previous kill speed, which turns a 135 hour grind into just 66. I'm gonna be honest, I just got some chaos runes. I didn't even know they dropped chaos runes. Out of over 400 kills, that is the first lot of chaos runes that I have got from these. That is insane. Now that I figured out this method, it's kind of cathartic to just hit the Major, run to the safe spot, and then wait to auto-retaliate back to the Major, and then the cat's just off me. It's nice. But this is going to be kill number 500. I have been working hard over the last couple of days, and still no sign of any drop, which is understandable considering the freaking absurd drop rate.
God damn it.
While I've been working on all of these tasks, I've also been using the Zar fight pits to do some tockle runs. You're likely familiar with this considering I got a world record here during this series, but if not, I need your help. With a new smithing plan to incorporate at least some gold ore, instead of 4 million tockle I need for bronze bars, I need at least quadruple that. So if any of you are willing to help me, please do join the Discord linked in the description to help me escape this chunk quicker. Now I've made at least some progress on every task and sped them all up. I just have the fight caves and the Inferno left. Now I'm sure it's no surprise to anyone that I'm not even sure if the Inferno is possible, and I'm going to need to talk to a lot of high tier PVMers to figure it out. but I can still make progress on the task, because at the minute I can't even enter the Inferno. You see, to enter the Inferno I need to sacrifice a fire cape, and because I've only got one cape, I'm gonna need to get another one I can throw away like trash so I can jump into a minigame that'll drive me insane. My last fire cape took over 8 hours. I have no prayer potions, I have no range gear, but I do have some improved levels and more prayer than ever before. So let's see if the culmination of my efforts and my better stats, better gear, and more experience can speed up the run.
So,
800 hours on
if I
Rate of the Pet
complete
is far too much.
Recipe for
Now,
Disaster,
when I got the last fire cape, that
I
video
can
had
get
a lot of comments, and a lot of people
10
were talking about
grapes
this plugin, the Fight Caves Predictor plugin.
for the
Before
shop. I
I
don't
actually
know
looked at
if the shop
rotations
is
on the
individual
wiki,
to
but
you
apparently
in the
with
sense
this
that
plugin,
if you
I can
hop
just enter
worlds,
the
you still have
caves,
to
and
wait
gonna
because
show
it's a
me
6
exactly
minute
where everything
restock
spawns
timer
the
on the grapes.
subsequent waves, which is incredible. So I'm definitely going to be using this, and it should be a huge help for increasing the overall speed of the runs, because I'm not going to have to check the wiki constantly. Even though I've got an extra 7 prayer levels since last time, I definitely do not want to be hit by these bats, because remember, I only have these 52 prayer points for the entire 63 waves. So I've got to be careful. Oh, and for everyone shouting at me last time, yes, I've remembered the super strength pot this time, so the last mages in Jad should be a whole lot easier. Now, you might be wondering why I'm actually using magic in full obsidian, and that's because obsidian's really cool. It doesn't actually give you any negative magic attack bonuses, so I've actually got plus 16 magic attack bonus right now, so I'm fairly accurate. Any other armor, and I'd likely need to take it off, but with obsidian, while it's not beneficial, it also isn't detrimental either, so I can just yoink. And for anyone wondering why I'm maging the blobs, if you melee them, you actually get hit back for a damage. So it's really, really important that I do all of these little subtle things to make sure that I'm not taking any unnecessary damage or prayer reduction. Oh, I am way more accurate now. Having the increased attack and strength levels is just so nice. Surely this runs quicker than 8 hours, right? On to the melees without losing a single prayer point. This is going pretty well so far. And the Obby Maul should hit more and more accurately as well. Look at this. 24 max hit. That is lovely. I'm not gonna lie, this Fight Cave spawn predictor is absolutely broken. Because I know that if I just decide that I want to stand here, nothing's going to be able to hit me because they're all going to stack. So I can just sit here and wait for the bat, and then nothing can hit me as long as I can prayer flick the blob. Like, this is broken. If anyone's struggling to do the fight caves, get the FC spawn predictor plugin, because honestly, look at this. It's just broken. And I can't forget about this beautiful safe spot that we found. This is the chill part. Whenever there's a major that spawns in this side, I'm just always going to do this because it de-stresses me so much not having to flick for a wave. And if you remember my first Fight Caves run, this is exactly where we killed Jad, and I'm going to be doing it again, assuming that I can get there, of course. When you get into a rhythm here, it feels so nice. It's just like dancing. No, another bat hit, unfortunately.
Ooh, I still need 70 cooking just to be able to finish the quest. Well, I mean, it's still better, like, overall, but
compared to
damn.
last time is nuts. I
Oh,
can't
what?
believe I've come this far and not missed a single flick. That is insane. I am improving so much from playing this account. Honestly, if you want to improve at the game, guys, just take on a fun challenge. It's nice. But it's about to get to the dangerous part. Ranger, melee, and major all in each wave, all the way up to 61. Wave 60 coming up. If I can get past the double rangers, this should be good, as long as I don't have to tank 2 majors at once and take 2 hits. And there's the final hit. We've just got Jad to go. Okay, I can use my prayer here. The goal is get it into the safe spot, and then it's just a long patience test. Okay, trust the system, trust the system. This is always so sketchy. Oh, and here we go. Last time, this took 45 minutes to kill, but I've already hit it. And I'm going to use this super strength pot, so we have 93 strength for this. Let's be nice and patient and trust the process. I wonder what our max hit is with 93 strength, though. The healers are going to spawn in a minute, but I am feeling pretty confident with all of this prayer. One more hit, and I've got 2.5 minutes of prayer almost to use.
Push-ups again.
Oh, wait, they're here. Shit, okay.
Dude wants me to do like 7,000
push-ups.
push-ups.
Step back, so it can't melee me. And just make sure that I'm praying against Jad correctly. That is the main thing here. And then I stand back in the safe spot while they're all on me. and then pray melee, and I've just got to kill these. As long as Jad
Collection
doesn't heal
log
to full
slot
here, I'm okay.
completed.
Yay,
That's the
camo
healer's down. I can
bottoms.
keep this one alive
No, I
because
want
it
those.
can't heal it. So
I need to go
that's
put
it.
these away.
It's just flinch Jad with no mistakes now, and I am golden. And it didn't heal to full, so I've just got to kill it. This feels so good. This is definitely a lot quicker than last time, and I am so happy that all of the effort that I have put in has sped this up significantly. The pet grind is going to be much quicker now, and the more levels that I get, the faster this gets.
Swing by Habit for a Gotta Have It meal deal where $10 will get you a half Santa Barbara char, 5-piece chicken bites.
Ooh, 27, and that's only being boosted to 81. I wonder what my max was when I had the full super strength pot active, but there's no point using any more of it because Jad is almost dead. 2 more good hits and I have my second fire cape. And there we go, fire cape number 2. 4 hours and 51 minutes. And no pet, unfortunately. That would have been good, wouldn't it? All of the effort I've put in has took the fight cape from an 800-hour grind down to just a 500-hour one on average. And while I can't improve my gear anymore, I can improve my stats slightly, so I might be able to get it even lower. But for now, a 300-hour time save is amazing. I am so tempted to trade this cape in for a pet chance, but I cannot do that yet. I have to go and make some progress towards the Inferno, which for now means I have to go and unlock the Inferno, because I have never been able to step into it. Sacrifice the fire cape. Really
you have to sacrifice.
Yep, I still have the one on my back. And now I can enter the
Okay,
Inferno.
so now next he can do that.
Cool.
Wow!
Now obviously I can't make much progress here yet, but considering that it's wave-based like the fight caves, at least I can see how much progress I can make as I go. But the Inferno's got a lot of issues that I'm not sure if it's going to be possible or not. These bats aren't the most annoying things in the world. You can actually pray against these and they don't reduce your prayer. So I can actually just like get away with this. But the main problem is these nibblers. These pillars are safe spots, and then every wave, 3 of these nibblers spawn. They don't fight back, they go after the pillars as you can see, and there's 66 waves of these things. And as you can see, the pillar is already really, really low. So to figure out how to do this properly, I'm gonna need to do a lot of research, talk to a lot of amazing people, and try and figure out exactly how I can deal with this, because without a weapon that hits multiple targets, killing these like this every wave while tanking everything else is not going to be easy. But for now, I have unlocked the Inferno and made progress with that task. I am so
I think my goal is
completing
Recipe for
Disaster. Finally
Disaster.
unlock everything that's in my chunk essentially.
So, I mean, I guess that means just all of the prereq quests and all the levels. So, I already have agility, I have fire making, and I have wood
I can
cutting.
actually start testing out some methods to complete it.
Hi, unmasked,
in the future.
Bins? Okay. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. I am currently getting water for wines, turning water into wine with the use of grapes.
This is Chunk Volcano, my extreme.
And we're also watching Telecon's Extreme One Chunk Iron Man Volcano Chunk. Vince, got it. Welcome in. I am currently preparing myself mentally to go after Recipe for Disaster because I want the gloves. I would like to have the gloves on my group Iron Man. And that also means I need 70 cooking, and I have 51. So rather than doing, well, I mean, I should probably still cook my fish because I need them. But and I still need to get 53 cooking. So, or 53 fishing, excuse me, not cooking. 70 cooking, 53 fishing. I gotta get all the requirements. So right now I'm just kind of like looking through what I need to do while multitasking with a YouTube video and filling waters.
Which means I need to
as most RuneScape players do.
Before moving on to the next. This includes every collection
You
of
watch
items,
RuneScape while you
every
play
best in
RuneScape while you're
slot
playing
item, and
RuneScape.
completing the
You know?
highest level skilling challenges in the
RuneScape
chunks.
maxing.
I've already spent over
As it were.
1,000 hours in these 2 chunks, and I've completed many tasks, including obtaining a fire cape and getting 99 agility. But the journey is far from over. You see, I still have these 5 tasks left. Oh, and the seemingly impossible Inferno cape. And these tasks are that difficult that I've not completed one for over 5 weeks. And I'm going a little bit crazy, so I really need to make some progress. The easiest tasks to complete are the last 4 obsidian pieces, so I'm gonna focus my efforts on at least hitting the drop rate on both the Zarmej and the big Zarkets, and hopefully come out with some tasks complete after all this time. As the staff is the rarest, I want to kill the Mej first. Normally this is an issue, because whenever you hit a Mej, all higher levels are in the area join the fight, and as they use all 3 combat styles, it's
Gym
incredibly
crab?
dangerous.
Hell
But
yeah.
after a lot of testing, I found this lovely spot
Hit
with
the
only
curb.
1 cat, and if I run next to this door, it actually de-aggroes, meaning I can kill the Mej in peace. I'm starting at 500 kills, but the drop rate of the staff is 1 in 4,096, so I have a long way to go. What makes it worse is they also drop the obsidian cape at the same rate, and considering I've already got one from other Zars because it's much easier to get there, hitting that would be quite demotivating. What a good way to start. 78 strength, that is getting high now. I don't actually get another max hit until 81, and then I don't get another one until 86, so it's 5 strength levels per max hit, which is kind of nuts. But you might remember one of my tasks is trimming the agility kit, which
One of the
requires a
things
second
that I
99,
think would
because I
be...
don't really have many.
So I definitely need to train prayer, and I don't have nearly anywhere. I don't have anywhere near enough to like effectively go after it, right? To try and get the at least 43 for the overheads. I kind of am interested in making the Wildy semi-safe for myself, right? So, is that area a multi-combat area, right? That's the question. Is that area of the wilderness, the altar, the chaos altar, is that multi-combat? Is the question. Because if it isn't, if it's not multi-combat, what I can do is splash or have one of my teammates splash on my character and vice versa, and keep me in combat while fully safe, doing all of my bones. And I think that could be worthwhile to check. And that way I would only risk my runes, which I'm probably just going to be using mind runes, and an air staff, or whatever, which are relatively cheap.
Options
So,
skills in these chunks. Getting
losing a lot less
is
money,
probably
kind of
the
thing.
way to go, considering that I need to kill a lot of things anyway. So every level puts
Mind
me one
runes
step
and
closer.
this
is gonna be
an air staff,
kill number
or even just a regular staff with air runes.
1,000, a quarter of the way to the drop rate. Come
Well, yeah,
on.
but I mean, okay, so
I think the worst.
the way that it would be, so if it's not multi-combat and I'm splashing against myself, all the valuable stuff, i.e. the bones, are on the character that's currently locked in combat, right? So if the person who's doing the splashing is going to have just enough so that they guarantee a splash with magic, right? I think it's like 22, minus 22 or whatever. I don't remember exactly what it is. I have to look in. I haven't done splashing ever, so I'd have to actually look into that. But if I do splashing, right, that's basically just iron armor, which is super cheap and easy to get. Mind runes, which are pretty cheap for Iron Man in general. And as either a staff of air or air runes and a regular staff, just so the autocast can happen. So very little is needed, and like that is all. And you don't have to bring a bunch of them. You can bring like maybe 200 to 300 of them because you're doing like 1 or 2 inventories at a time of bones, right? So the person who is at risk is the person who's at risk of losing anything is losing maybe 2,000 to 3,000 gold worth in total. And the other person who has all the valuable bones can get through them in the time it takes to kill the one person. Right? So that way you are risking a lot less going into the wilderness together to do prayer training, and you just kind of repeat the cycle until both of you get 43 prayer. So you're risking a lot less. I think that's a smart way to potentially go about it, especially if you're a group Iron Man, right? Because you can coordinate with your fellow players, and you can both like work together to, one is training magic through splashing, and one is training prayer while being splashed upon. So I think that's a very interesting way of potentially going about it, right? Now, I'd have to do some testing, but I think that's a good idea. I think that's a worthwhile idea to try.
Feeling about these is that even doing them for...
I could, but I want the higher experience rates. And I'm doing everything I can to try and get, because I have like imp heads in my bank, and I have goblin heads in my bank, and I'm willing to do those as well. So, all right, that's probably enough wine waters for now. Let's go begin the prerequisite stuff for... Let's get the fishing requirement first, because I'm gonna need to get the fish anyways, and I'm gonna need to do the fishing anyways, rather, and I may as well get that out of the way. So where did I put the barbarian? The barbarian fishing rod. This can go in there with the other bait, and that can also. Withdraw all the fishing bait. No, I'm gonna be doing fly fishing for now. Or not fly fishing, barbarian fishing for now. Just so that I can get rid of like the rest of this bait. And then I will be doing temporos once I'm done with the bait. Let's see, what's the teleport at? It's here? No, it's here. Okay. And we teleport. But I will be doing temporos after I'm done with all my resources. Okay. Hello, beefy men. I hope you have a wonderful day.
For thousands of kills, I basically get no loot at all. It all relies on hitting this staff. Sure, I get a few runes.
Oh, I forgot a knife.
And at least
Damn it.
killing cats, I
Give
can
me a
get
sec.
armor pieces, which I can alch for money and sell for extra tockle.
Frick.
So I really do hope that I don't go dry here. And I am out of food again. And considering the state of the mage's drops, I don't even know if I've got enough. Gold. Ah, I'm broke.
A knife.
That's not good. Okay, I've still got a lot of drops from lesser demons that I don't use anymore, so I am just gonna alch all the myth and rune, and I'm not sure about the cave.
What the frick,
36
man?
each. I think I need that, honestly. With all of the meg kills that I need to do, I think I need to alch these, because it's only worth 9,000 tockle each, so I think the gold's more valuable here. Yeah, let's do that. I really hope the obsidian cape gods do not come and bite me in the arse when if I get the drop of this instead of the staff. I'm not gonna lie, buying all the food is so boring. I've spent about half the cash stack.
Now
so
give
I
me
can get
about 10 minutes. I'm going to go to the restroom. Y'all have fun with the YouTube babysitter. I'll be right back.
Should probably put my armor back on. And while I'm doing that, let's talk about today's video sponsor, Opera GX. First, let's use Opera's handy little sidebar to play some music for us. That's better. Opera GX is a browser designed by gamers for gamers, and the new GX has been upgraded to not only look better, but also be more customizable than ever before. With just a couple of clicks, you can customize your entire browsing experience, and even upload your own images for the background. They've also upgraded the taskbar icon with this new sleek look, and when you open a browser, an animated splash screen appears. Mods take this a step further, so if you want a nice, chill, lo-fi browsing experience, for example, I can find a lo-fi mod, install it, and the entire browser's modified just how how I like it. Mods can change the theme, the wallpaper, and even sound effects, making the customization options the best of any browser. The new UI also makes the settings look much cleaner, offering a simple way to access all the important bits, including the built-in VPN. Finally, they've added the quick import tool. One of the main reasons people don't want to change browsers is losing all of your browsing history and bookmarks. Well, with Opera GX's quick import tool, this isn't an issue, as with just a few simple clicks, you can import all of these without problems. So if you want to enhance your browsing experience, add some personality to it, and use a browser that can enhance your computer's performance, go to the link in the description and use code TELECON to download it completely for free. Well, back to the grind. Realistically, I should hit either a cape or a staff at around 2,000 kills. Let's just hope it's the right one. And there is level 80 strength. That's another level with literally nothing to show for it minus a few runes. No! That is not what I want to see. I just want to leave it on the floor. That's a 1 in 4,096 drop rate, just like the staff, so I've just lost a coin flip. Ugh. As long as I hit a staff next, I can't complain. I'm happy. I mean, on the bright side, it's the first drop I've got in a while, and theoretically, I spooned it. I got it under half the drop rate, so it's a win. It's a win. I'm feeling positive about this. I'm sure the staff will come soon. I was gonna bank this cape, but yeah, let's not. And it's gone. And there is 81 strength. So many levels of just killing these mages, and it's really, really awesome to see. And that also gets me a max hit. So I can now hit 20s without praying, which is nuts. And that is kill number 2,000 for nothing. After hitting the obby cape and half the drop rate, I wanted a break from mages, so I decided to try my luck at the cats, which are much slower kills. Oh, also, I've been streaming on both Twitch and Kick. In fact, I'm probably live right now, so check the description for a link to your favorite platform and come hang out. I've also got some big news coming for this account, so make sure you subscribe not to miss it, and I really want to beat Frey, so subscribe anyway. Killing these is going to be a lot slower, but it is going to be a lot more chill, because I can choose to do it actively like this, or I can choose to just pray melee and then suicide and get all my stats back. So this should be really, really fun. And I'm already dry on obsidian. I am currently 800 kills of these in, so I'm 134 kills past the drop rate. So surely something comes soon.
I've returned from the void.
Wants me to head up a task force.
Hopefully.
I need a better life for my kids. What have you done?
Thank you. Much appreciated, Charlie. I hope you have a good day at work.
When life gives you overripe bananas,
I don't want overripe.
bust out your mixing bowl, grab a stick of Land O'Lakes butter, and bake the
There we go.
What is going on? I mean, it's not a cape, but I'm hitting drops. I'm actually hitting so many drops today, but none of them are the right drop. I don't mind seeing an obby mall though. That is so nostalgic. I love it. The cape streak has been broken, so all I've got to do now is just hit a different obsidian item. What is going on? Well, I called it. Shield. That is a maul, a cape, and a shield in one inventory. So now, after all of this waiting, surely the next thing is an obsidian armor piece, because this is getting absolutely ridiculous. Look at the amount of obsidian capes I've got. I just need to hit one of these. And now it's getting desperate at this point. I'd not completed a single chunk task in over 2 months. And these obsidian items are the easiest and fastest tasks, so I really needed to hit one soon. And then this happened. Oh, no way. That's where my luck's gone? Seriously? That's where my luck's gone? Are you kidding me? That is a ridiculous luck of random events. That is so rare. What the hell? And this was not a task. The random event log isn't a requirement for the extreme one chunk game mode. But even so, this one drop revitalized my spirit and put me in such a good mood for the next couple of weeks. This might not be a task completion, but this is the push I needed to keep pursuing these items. I cannot believe this. Why do I go dry on everything? I'm almost at 1,000 cat kills, and I went dry on the zeals. I get dry on all of these things, but I always spoon the weird stuff like this, and pets. like the agility pair. I am so happy yet so sad at this, but that might reset my luck. I might be able to get the OB armor now. I've got a feeling that
that's not how it works,
is gonna be the
motherfucker.
thing that turns
Ah!
around my luck. And I'm feeling it. I think the next
God,
drop is
RuneScape
gonna
people
be
are
a piece of
absolutely
OB
some of the
armor.
most
This is gonna be
superstitious
kill number
of any bunch.
1000. Getting really into dry territory now, but my inventory looks insane. Like, if we're talking about just uniques, this is one of the best inventories I have ever had in this game. 3 OB items, all different, and the stale baguette, which is nuts. And there is another strength level and a combat level. The defense is looking a little bit odd now being at 65, honestly. So I think I'm going to get that to 70 real quick. So what's going to happen first? The obsidian drop or 70 defense? Because whichever one happens first, I think I'm going to move on because I'm getting a little bit sick of combat. Maybe if I finish it off with a baguette, I can get lucky and finish this inventory. 1 slot in the inventory, 3 OB armor pieces to get, and 1 baguette stands behind me in the drop. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And that is all the way up to level 68 defense and 92 combat without seeing any obsidian armor still. That is 1,200 kills. I'm approaching twice the drop rate. These are so rare. And there it is, level 70 defense. Now I'm approaching 1,400 kills. I'm really close. And that means that I'm over double the drop rate, which means that we are incredibly dry like we always are on these Zars, which sucks. Anyways, time to go and do something new. As you can see in my inventory, I've got an axe. So I'm actually going to go and do some wood cutting, which is a little bit weird because it's not a chunk task. But if we take a look at my chunk map and look in every direction I can roll, they all have a flexion grind. So I need at least 73 flexion no matter which direction I roll. And I've only got 10 right now and 23 wood cutting. So I may as well go cut some logs, put them in the bank, get ready just for the future grind. The bad news is the only trees that exist in both of my chunks are these dead trees. The good news is there's an abundance of them. They are all over the place. So getting 28 logs per inventory shouldn't be too time consuming. And that's the first level and the first inventory, just a simple lap around the volcano. It almost works out perfectly. This feels so relaxing. Being away from combat and not running back and forth to the shop to get ore is genuinely so nice. It's a good change of pace. I think I need this mental break every now and then, and who knows, I could go back and get an obby item the first kill. And there's level 30.
You can do a lot of things, friend.
It's so nice to just like have
That's not how luck works, though.
coming really quickly. The total level is flying. I've been doing this for just over an hour now. I get about 520, 530 logs an hour, which is really quite good. I can make regular logs into 4 items with fletching, but there's only really 2 options that I've got. The first is to use arrow shafts, which without feathers isn't really a good idea, and I've got no idea when I'll ever get access to feathers. But the other option is to just do longbow use for the best XP. Now, if I did arrow shafts, I'd need 198,579 logs, which is a lot. That's like 400 hours. But doing longbows, I only need 99,290. So a 200-hour grind to cut the logs honestly is not that bad. It's one of the more tame grinds that I've got. Oh, that's interesting. I completely forgot that I can get clue squirrel nests from these. And since the update, you actually get birds nests now, so I'm going to keep those. The problem is clue squirrels in my chunks do not exist, at least beginner clues. I might have a step in like an elite tier in the Zar area, but there's honestly not much clue activity in these areas at all, nor any NPCs that drop them, apart from thieves which drop easies, but there's no easy steps either. So for once, I think you guys are watching a chunk account that does not have access to clue juggling, so all those beginners are gonna stay on the floor and rot. There's 650 total. I have not seen that message in so long, because all I'm doing is training stats in like the 80s.
All right, chicken noodle soup eaten.
Hey, Billy, how about a break from the books and have some fun with this new blaster?
Oh, wow. What is this?
That's X-Shot's new AB.
Is some of you might think I'm being a little bit silly by banking the logs because the run to the bank is technically a big waste of time. I could just fletch everything up here and drop it and it'd save time overall, but I like seeing number go up, and we're nearly at 4,000 logs. And there's the big 50. And there we go, a quick 4,000 logs, a lovely 8-hour day. It's actually getting a little bit ridiculous. I'm glad that I took the break, but I do need to hit one of these. How do I keep hitting these diamonds? Same drop rate as the obby armor pieces. It is nuts. Since the obsidian shield, which was my last drop, I have killed 667 cats. But what's kind of crazy is that not seeing any item in 667 kills is actually incredibly rare. It's only a 0.8% chance, because if you add all of the obsidian armor drops together, it's actually a 1 in 135 drop rate for anything. So going 667 dry and getting absolutely no obsidian pieces is so rare. I feel like I'm cursed with these things. In all my time here, I never noticed this scoreboard until I just accidentally moused over it. And it's an interesting scoreboard. It tracks all 6 challenges on Zarketrak's challenges, which, as you can see, 416,000 people have completed the first one. I've done it once, and it took 17 minutes with the fastest time being 6 seconds, which is nuts. But we can see just how many times I've actually died. I have reset for Prague using the second challenge 929 times during this grind. That is nuts. I wonder how high this number is going to get by the end of this account, because I'm going to be here for a lot longer. How many of these am I going to get? Yes! Oh my god, yes! Finally! That is a chunk task completed. I know it's the same, but I'm going to put them on because they're the ones that I got myself. Oh my god, I knew that waiting would finally get me one. I am so happy. That is the first chunk task I have managed to complete all the way since 2 months ago when I got 99 agility. Oh my god.
That's so rough.
Can go back in the bank now.
I don't think I could ever do that.
Oh,
like, this kind of shit is
that time.
great content, but
to obtain
these people
got 2 more to get.
gotta figure out how to get serotonin in other ways, you know? You gotta be able to, you know, love yourself a little bit.
It's been kind of relaxing just being able to play how I want, but it feels so good to finally complete a chunk task. I think this might be the turning point of all of my luck. Officially over 1,000 deaths. Why do I keep getting these? I've had almost as many diamonds as total capes, shields, and mauls. This is getting ridiculous. I am the diamond king. And there is 84 strength right on the 2000th Zar. And we are officially unlucky. Not only did I get 70 defense from that, but I also got almost 1.5 million strength XP, which puts me almost a quarter of the way to the 99 goal, so I can trim the agility cape. I have already spent a lot of time killing stuff this episode, but I'm feeling pretty good after hitting those obsidian legs. So I refuse to give up on the measures until that staff drops. As soon as I've got it, I'll never have to kill a Meg again. I'm at 2,000 kill count at these, and I've got an obsidian cape, which is the same drop rate as the staff. So we've got about another 2,000 kills till we hit the rate here, and surely we can't go dry on every item in my chunk, right? I don't think we've spooned a single item yet, which is insane to say. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. There are 1 in 2,048 from here. It's the same rate as hitting a cape or a staff, and I've had 2 of them. I don't understand what it is with this account and diamonds, but is it like a married game? You can't marry me. What the hell? It's that time of the week again. I'm starving. Much better. I've got a conga line of all the different colors. I'm losing my mind. And there's a lovely hit points level. 1 more and I've got 80. That is going to be so nice for those fight caves. And this is kill number 2,500. That took 9 hours to do those 500 kills. And can we be rewarded with it? We cannot. Of course. This is getting ridiculous. And there is 85. A quarter of the way to getting 99. I really do not know what to say at this point. Get in my bank, you useless cape. And even though I'm being trolled by drops, there is arguably the biggest level that I've had on this account, because not only does it increase my max hit by 1, it increases my max hit by 2 off prayer. The downside is I don't get another max hit until 91 strength, which is a long way away, and even if I get 99, my max hit is only a 24 in this gear, which is not great. And there's that lovely 22 max hit off prayer. Are you actually kidding me? What is going on? What is going on? I am cursed. I am so fucking cursed. Do I'm getting sick of banking these at this point. What is going on? Like, I'm spooning these, but that's the third one today. Oh my god, I didn't have my recording up. Oh my god, the one time I've just woke up. I have just woke up. Oh, this is like day 25 of killing these, and I have just woke up, forgot to put my replay on, and oh my god. Oh, I don't think you understand how much relief that is. 4 obby capes and 1 obby staff. All things considered, I got incredibly spooned. That is absolute bliss.
Jesus
I am
Christ.
so excited. That is one of the harder chunk tasks, and I have got it. I've still got to get these, and then the entire Zar log is obtained. It feels strange being so excited about this because I've already got one because I bought it from the shop, but having to get it in the collection log and actually getting it is such a good feeling. So even though this is not something new for me, it's just so nice having my own. The main downside with killing Zar is that you just don't get many secondary drops at all, so at least with the measures I did get a few death, nature, chaos. Like, it does add up bit by bit, and 16,000 fire runes now. And speaking of runes, Jagex have just made an insane news post, the summer sweep up. In this blog it states that Zars are getting a water weakness. Now I don't know if this will be the standard 50% or more or less, but regardless it's going to be super helpful for not only the Kets but also the fight caves and probably the Inferno. So I'm incredibly hyped for summer to roll around, or for us to get more information about this. I've actually said previously, why don't Zars have water weaknesses? And now it's finally happening. Now that I don't need to kill the Meg, and the water weakness is theoretically going to make all my other combat grinds easier, I think it's time to finally focus on the skilling aspect of my chunk. So I guess it's time to finally get some smithing done, and start properly theory crafting the Inferno to see if it's truly possible without ever leaving my chunks.
Why do it?
Yeah, why?
Why make it harder on yourself?
True.
Jagex just changed my account forever. You see, this is Chunk Volcano, my extreme 1-chunk Iron Man, which basically means I'm locked to just these 2 chunks until I complete everything there is to do here, which includes getting every possible collection log slot and completing the highest level skilling goals. Normally, going into these accounts, you set expectations of what you need to accomplish, like getting 99 agility on one course or killing a difficult boss in an unorthodox way. But you can never expect Jagex to change these expectations entirely, and in spite of that, they did. Jagex have just added water weaknesses to every Zar creature, including not only those in the fight caves, but also in the Inferno. And considering that I need to not only complete the Zar collection log, but also obtain a Jad pet and get an Infernal kit before escaping my chunks, this update might genuinely change everything. So I couldn't wait to get stuck into it and test it out. I've been buying runes since the game updated, and for some reason, every world has the Chaos and Death runes overstocked, so I can't even buy them. Who logs into the game and the first thing they do is sell 50 runes to each world? Like, who are you? At least I've got a lot of Tokkul to spend. I do need to save some for the future, but I'm willing to invest in this test. That'll be enough. I couldn't buy any better runes in the end, but I do still have some left over from when I had some before, so let's have some fun. It's not every day.
I think I'm calling into work today. Right? I'm starting to feel kind of bleh, and I need rest for tomorrow and the next day.
With melee, they still take over 3 minutes to kill.
And I don't want to sit in my car for an hour and a half just to do an hour's worth of sitting and making sure a participant's doing fine at the job they're already good at.
Attacks are 40% more accurate, which overall makes Magic much, much better. But the big question on my mind was, is it better than melee? Because if it was, just that would make this update incredible on its own. So I started killing the Kets with the weakest water spell for a minimum comparison, until I ran into a little bit of an issue. Wait, why is my max hit an 8? What? That's the same max hit as Windstrike. What is going on? I need to figure this out. Let me try it on a regular cat. Please tell me they've not forgotten this water weakness. These hits seem very low. Oh no, this was concerning. The update says this should have a weakness. The document they released said they should have a weakness, but they don't have a weakness. But I had one little saving grace. Jagex introduced a new spell on the regular spellbook with this update, Monster Inspect, which lets you inspect monsters to see their attributes while on the regular spellbook. It does require cosmic runes though, which I don't have access to on my chunk account, so I went on my main to explore. Okay, so if I cast this on the cat, it should tell me if it has a weakness. I can't see it anywhere. I am so confused. And it turns out none of the regular Zars have weaknesses and Jagex missed them. To be fair, it was a pretty large update with a lot of changes and it did have a few bugs and issues, but of course one of the only weaknesses missing was mine. Okay, the normal Zars don't have it, but the Fight Caves and Inferno NPCs are meant to get it as well. So assuming they've not missed everything, I've got a chance here. Come here, Mr. Bat. 40% water weakness. Oh my God, yes. Okay, so at least I've got something. Wait, I need to test this. No, it's 7. Okay, last chance.
I texted my
so I'm still not sure, but let's keep going because if the
I'm not going to work today.
Monster Inspect says, I can
We're just gonna chill out and rest.
Right? All I need to see is a hit above 8 to make sure this is working. Come on.
I need the rest today.
That's a big hit. Oh, a 10! It's not a max hit either. Okay, we are so on.
We're so bad.
Weakness being in was huge news. Although Jagex missed, well, most of the NPCs in my chunk that are meant to be changed, the Fight Caves NPCs all seem to have water weaknesses. So while I couldn't test the cats like I wanted to, I had the next best thing in mind. A full magic Fight Caves with barely any magic gear. If this was possible, it would change everything.
Change everything. Everything changes all the time.
I have to use melee as I haven't yet unlocked a way to train range. This can put me in tricky situations on the waves and also just take a long time. And considering I need to get the Jad pet before I leave the chunk, I need to do a lot of runs. My fastest melee run is around 5 hours. So if this is faster or at least makes it easier and more relaxed, this will be a huge win.
Kitty, come
before
here.
we test the caves, if you're like me, you probably play a lot of RuneScape and have a lot of AFK grinds. So instead of watching TV shows while you take them on, why not try to develop a new useful skill with today's video sponsor boot.dev. Boot.dev is the
How about not?
tool headed back to the Fight Caves.
I could learn how to do that for free on YouTube.
And remember, the caves are not a walk in the park for me. I have no access to any prairie store, so for however long this caves takes, I have to constantly prayer flick to lose as little prayer as possible. And also do my best to not let any bats hit me, as every time they do, they drain my prayer. So this run will still be incredibly stressful. Here we go! I am really scared of the mages, but I'll worry about that when I get there. I'm just so happy that I've got something to test. Look at that beautiful one shot. The funny thing is, I've been maging these blocks even when I do my melee runs anyway.
What is it, baby kitty? Come here. Why are you yelling? I'm not coming out there right now. There's a perfectly good lap in here. Yeah. Poor baby. She's mad that my partner's going back to work after the summer, after all the cuddles that they got during the entirety of the summer. She got a whole bunch of cuddles, got to basically lock my partner to the couch for a lot of it because, well, the lap's there. Why is it not on the couch? Explain that to me. And so she got what she wanted because, you know, we're weak to our pets. And so now she's mad. Very Angie.
Anyway, because a little known fact about these is that they reflect 1 damage whenever you melee them. So now I'll just be killing them much faster than before, which is great. Honestly, this is really good even on the ranges. Look how accurate it is. This should make some of the later waves a lot less dangerous, as I'll not be tanking the ranger for as long and it should die a lot quicker. These situations are actually really scary when I don't have many prayer points. Oh no, that was close. All right, melee time. I didn't actually test if anything past the ranger has a weakness, so I hope they do. Okay, an 8's not a max hit. Okay, they do. These still die pretty slow using strikes. I think melee will be faster on these, but overall this run, I am impressed by how much more lax it feels. Just being able to hit everything from a distance and hide behind pillars easier. It's just so much better than melee and everything. Actually, this is even better than I thought. If I was to use melee in a situation like this, I'd have to kind of kill them in order, but just being able to flick the melee and kill everything behind it by using the melee as a safe spot makes this magic really freaking good. I've swapped to using death runes and holy crap, these hits are nuts. The ranges just melt. The accuracy is the same, but blast having double the damage of strike literally seems to double the speed, so I killed that.
Yeah, no shit, because you're doing double the damage,
this
double the
honestly
topping.
Felt really good. Using death runes is way faster than melee. The downside is I can't really upkeep the cost, as I'd need millions of Tokkul per run. But at the very least, I know that if I bring water blasting with me during a melee run, it'll make the caves a lot safer, a lot more relaxed, and I'll be able to deal a lot of damage at a distance whenever I need to. Then the true test began. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. This is criminal. These things have a huge magic level, but I'm still hitting so well. Look at these hits. This is actually possible. What? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was doubting it up till this point because their magic level is huge. Huge. But there was a small issue. Even though the kill took under 3 minutes, it used around 60 death runes, meaning I'd have to use them sparingly if I wanted to use them on most of the mages. So I decided on a system. I'd use the weakest mind runes while safe spotting and on the blobs. I'd use the strongest death runes on the biggest threats, which are the bats and mages, and I'd use chaos runes on basically everything else. This would hopefully save me some Tokkul while still being quite efficient. And for the rest of the caves, this worked perfectly. Flicking the mages was much easier with magic because I simply just turn the prayer on and off, whereas with melee, I have to walk back and forth and flick, which opened me up to more potential mistakes. And using death runes on the bats turned out to be the right move. The rest of the cave went smoothly, except this one wave where I just couldn't kill the bat. It drained 12 prayer points, which could normally put a run in jeopardy. But because the rest of the run went so smoothly, I still had plenty of prayer to finish. Oh, and here comes the final challenge. Coming into this, I was really concerned because he has 480 magic and 60 magic defense. But after seeing my hits on the mages, I don't know, I think I can do this. Just in case though, because I brought the Obby Maul, I will lure him to the flinching spot just in case I need to use it, which I'm hoping that I don't. This is so scary. I've not killed Jad regularly in a long time, and flicking these prayers correctly is going to be life or death. Like, considering I've been in here for hours, I really don't want to fail here. Oh my god, I genuinely can't believe how often I'm hitting with just 40%. Like, the 40% accuracy gets better with better gear because it scales the accuracy up. But I've just got a staff and a hat, so this is nuts. Thank you so much, Jagex. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. It spawned healers already. This is so much faster than flinching. I'm gonna assume these have water weaknesses as well because I just hit a 19. So the fact that these have them applied and the Ket's done is baffling to me. You know what? I can't kill them. I don't think I can kill these even with blast. They heal so much. If these are healing Jad right now, this is actually not good. Okay, if I melee Jad real quick, the healers might move away from it. Oh, that is perfect. Okay, turns out just mauling the healers is better. That works. I've officially found a place. The magic weakness sucks. And there is the kill. Oh, honestly, that felt incredible. Wild. Oh, shit. It only ended up being 2 minutes behind my fastest melee kill. Even using Mind and Chaos for most of it, that is insane. If I could do a Death Rune only run, I think
5 hours? Jesus, man.
Which would be wild. It'd save hundreds of hours along the Jad Pet grind. I'm gonna trade in this cape. This will be the first cape that I have ever traded in. Can I get lucky? No, never lucky, but there's a lot more fight caves to do, and magic's gonna help a lot.
I will be back.
Overall,
I must go to the
fight
rest
caves
of the
are a
again.
huge success. Not only do I have the potential to speed up the cave significantly, but I don't have to flinch Jad anymore. And even if I decide to melee the runs to save Tokkul, taking in some death runes to deal with the bats and tricky waves will speed it up a lot. I can officially say Jagex have changed my chunk forever. But there's more to test. Or there would be, but I have to wait for Jagex to actually fix the game first. While I was waiting, I actually did a mage only running max gear on my main account, and the accuracy made it so it almost never splashed. The hits were massive. I mean, look at this Jad kill. And without incorporating any strategy other than just Prey Mage Click Monster. I completed the run in just 37 minutes, which is kind of insane. If you're a mid-level Iron Man struggling to get a rune crossbow or a magic shortbow, I'd genuinely recommend trying a magic-only fight caves as an alternative, because you might just get your cape. Well, it's been a week, and the Zars still don't have a water weakness, and it's now Wednesday, so there's an update in 5 minutes, and let's just hope they've been applied, honestly. Okay, the update is in. Let's go and see if these have got water weaknesses. I'm hopeful because it's been a week, and it's a new update day, but they have also done one more change, which will make it easier. Last time, because I couldn't get cosmic runes, I couldn't use the monster inspect spell, so I had to go on my main to do it, but this update, they've changed it to be body runes instead of cosmic, and I think I can buy body runes with Toggle. I've just never had a use to. So if I can actually go around inspecting these all on my own. They're only 4 each. That's actually really good. So if I inspect a regular cat now, before it didn't say they had a water weakness. Now it says 40% water weakness. Hang on. Oh my God, are they actually in the game? Wait, I need to attack a cat and see if I hit above an 8. Yes! Oh, I've got the 40% weakness on the Zars. Is it on all the other ones as well? Oh my God, it is. Oh my God, we've actually got the weakness. I have been waiting a week for this. I guess the big question is it on the big boys? Because these were not listed on the spreadsheet, so I wasn't sure if these were going to get it, even though it wouldn't make any sense for them not to get it. And they do. Oh my God, they've got it. That was an 8 and it was not a max hit splat. I am so happy. This is what I wanted. I want to sit here and I want to test and see if Water Strike kills these faster than melee does. And so far it's looking incredibly good. You see, when I'm killing these with melee, it actually takes 3 to 4 minutes a kill, even with these stats. So it ends up being only 15 to 20 kills an hour at most. So if this can kill it faster, just for a little bit of a toggle cost, it makes it a lot more chill because I don't need to flick, and I can save spot them, and it's just free experience in Magic, right? And that's it, it's dead. That was really quick, at least comparable to melee, so at least I can AFK them now. I have so many things I want to test with these having water weaknesses. I've already tested the fight caves a little bit, but it could even be really good in the Inferno. You know what as well? This spell has a really good XP rate. Look at this. If I can buy body and mind runes really cheap, I wonder if this is a legitimate training method. In fact, what if I hit a Zar and then examine it? Can I do that at once, or is there a delay on it?
It's been amazing. So exciting. It's like they're coming right at you. It's so interactive.
I love the nature aspect of it. It's so beautiful.
And the costumes are insane.
The overall production is just awesome.
Every single time I'm like, okay, they can't top it, they top it.
We love it.
At Les Schwab, our above and beyond service means more hustle, less hassle.
I think they share a delay. Okay, it looks like they share a delay. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, I was hoping I could do both at the same time, but I don't think I can. What if I use different enemies? So what if I do this? No, it doesn't let me. Oh, the delay makes it so it's likely not worth it. However, if I can use this spell every 5 ticks, it's actually better XP than using Water Strike. Because as you can see, the XP just comes in and in and in as long as I time it right. So because of how cheap body and mind runes are, this could be a legitimate training method. Anyways, after a week, it's finally time to test the cats. To start, I'm going to cast 1,000 Wind Strikes and 1,000 Water Strikes to get a true comparison and see just how much quicker it is and see if it'll truly speed up my Obsidian Armor grind. So let's see how many kills I can get with Wind Strike. Got 1,000 casts of it. I've reset all of my XP per hour.
Hi, how are you?
At 2,003 kills, so I am intrigued to see just how much better water is. And the cool thing is, while we're killing these, I could hit any of these last 2 Obsidian Armor tasks. I am currently 2,000 kills in with just the legs, and each of these has a 1 in 2k drop rate, so I am pretty dry. And there we go, 1 kill with Wind Strike, took 81 casts. So it's not the best thing in the world, but it's also not that bad. Let's see how consistent that is. That was like 66 casts. That was way better. Maybe the average here is much better than I thought. Whoa! Holy fuck! Oh my God! Oh my God, I did not expect to get that on this video. That is so good. I am 2,000 and odd kills deep. I got the legs a couple of 100 kills ago. I did not expect that. Oh, I've just got one more item to complete the log, and magic is going to be the key to doing it. That is proof. Oh, if I start testing the water weakness and I don't get any drops at all, that's it. We're not going to use it. We're just going to use wind spells. Well, that's going to skew my XP ratio a little bit because I've just stood there not attacking for a while. It was like 13,300, but it was well worth it. I cannot believe this. And there we go. All the runes are gone. I got 11,700 XP in about 50 minutes of killing them, which is not bad at all, honestly, for the amount of toggle. And then if I go here, I killed 15. So I killed 15 in 50 minutes. Now, that is slightly worse than melee on average, but only by a little bit. And considering that I've got 86 melee, that's actually really, honestly, pretty good. But now it is time to test the water weaknesses. And as these are 40% more accurate and deal 40% more damage, I expect to get more than 15 kills and a lot more XP than 12,000. Let's find out. And that is
not happy.
46 casts.
Sorry, I had to go to the
Let's see if
restroom.
this keeps
Hi,
up,
honest.
because if this is an
Also,
average of
sorry.
40 to 50 casts a kill.
Okay. I ate chicken noodle soup, and apparently that was a really bad idea.
This is going to be absolutely
I hope you're okay,
incredible.
Honest.
That's kill
Thank
number
you for
5, which means I'm actually averaging
at
just
least
over
being
40
worried
a
about
kill.
me.
It's actually better. Okay, and that is it. Out of runes, I got 22 and a half kills, which means that if we're only counting the full kills, it's about 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
I hope if you're still here, thank you. If not,
better than melee. So using
I
Water
apologize.
Strike, which is actually a really cheap spell, is better than melee. But I really want to test Water Bolt and Water Blast now. Okay, I'm going to test Bolt
Water
first, because I
Blast!
think testing them in order is just going to feel the best, you know? But I am expecting great things. I started with 1,362, so let's see just how many casts this takes. Oh, this feels so quick. How is it half health already? What the hell? That
What
is
the hell?
insane. This entire kill just took a minute and like 5 seconds. That's like 60 kills an hour. Melee is 15 to 17. That's 4 times quicker than melee. This obby helmet grind is going to be so much quicker now. Yeah, okay, this is insane. This is what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see 1 week ago when they didn't put it into the game when they were meant to. I am so excited. I'm just
They
so
fucked
excited
up.
for the future of this account. Okay, time for the ultimate test. I am going to use some of the death runes that I've got, and I'm going to flick prayers the entire time. Let's see how long these kills take. That is a big hit. The XP for this is nuts. 22 is still the max, even with Mystic Might. It does kind of suck that even though they added a little bit of damage to these prayers, it's only 2%, because without any other gear, I just don't get a max hit on any spell, so it's just, it feels weird to flick, but the accuracy does help, and the 40% accuracy is on top of this 15%, so I cannot complain. Yeah, this is just about 20 casts to kill. This is insane. This is wild. I genuinely just did not think they would change anything in my chunk. Like, this is just so unexpected. It came out of nowhere. Just the update, the blog post, I just read it and I just got so happy. Oh, I know it took an extra week for me to get what I wanted, but hey, we're here now and
Hey, Honest, what are you up to? What are you up to today? What are you up to? What are you doing? People are dismissing things left and right. It's a fun fishing rod. I like it. I'm gonna message Honest because I feel as if I have disappointed her in my... Howdy, Randy. How you doing? Yo, there we go. Hell yeah, buddy. Got yourself a affiliation to the Twitch. To the Twitch. Get yourself a few pennies every time, yar. A few doubloons. Bring out the dancing rats.
Level up completed.
Fishing and getting wines and trying my best to get good experience rates, but also it takes a long time, so not getting good experience rates. Right now I'm trying to get all of the necessary levels for Cook's Assistant. I have so many I have to do. So these are the quests I need to do to fully complete Recipe for Disaster. Right? And that's like a goal I'm going towards. So to complete Recipe for Disaster, I have to complete Fishing Contest, Goblin Diplomacy, Big Chompy Bird Hunting, Nature Spirit, Shadow of the Storm, Demon Slayer, The Golem, Legends Quest. I have to start it. I don't have to finish it, but I have to start it. I'll probably finish it anyway. Family Crest, Heroes Quest, Shield of Arav, Lost City, Merlin's Crystal, Dragon Slayer 1, Shiloh Village, Jungle Potion, Underground Past, Monkey Madness 1, the Grand Tree, Desert Treasure 1, The Dig Site, Tourist Trap, Temple of Ikov, Troll Stronghold, Death Plateau, Horror from the Deep, and Alfred Grimhand's Bar Crawl. I had to do every single one of those quests. To be able to do the to get the Barrow's gloves, which is like the best, one of the best in slot gloves for hands, and one of the only ones that like has a guaranteed get because you just have to finish the quest, right? So right now I'm working on the requirements. Which are 70 cooking, 48 agility, 50 mining, 53 fishing, 53 thieving, 25 herb lore, 59 magic, 40 smithing, 50 fire making, 40 ranged, 40 crafting, 10 fletching, and 36 wood cutting. So, right now I'm working on the 53 fishing. I'm at 51, so I got 2 more levels of fishing, and then I'm gonna go for the thieving, which also means I need to go and get the rogue's outfit, which allows me to basically get double the drops from pickpocketing. So I will be pickpocketing knights and master farmers. Well, probably more master farmers than knights, because I have other ways of getting money. Because knights only give money, but master farmers give seeds. So I'm going to be pickpocketing master farmers and banking all of the seeds that I get. And that will set me on a pretty good path to get a high farming level, which I need to start doing. I need to get higher farming. It's not needed for this quest, but I do want it so I can get my herb lore up, because because you can farm herbs, which is kind of heavily necessary. So that's what I've been up to, and that's what I've been planning. So right now I need to kind of snowball this, because this is getting me fishing, strength, and agility. So this is one of the, and especially if I wanted to, I can't yet, but there's a 3-tick method you can do, which is basically you zoom in real close here, and I can kind of do it. Let me move this down here, and this over here. So you use knife, that, and then fish. So I have to have this food, so I'm gonna knife a bunch to get a couple of the food. Because I don't have enough cooking to never fail. When you get 80 cooking, you never fail. I currently only have 51, so I fail pretty often on that. But the method is essentially a 1-tick method. Or a 1.5 tick, I think it is. So you use rod, you catch a couple of them, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then I would have to have another fish in the inventory. So once I get 80 cooking, it is consistent and permanent. And so you get a bunch of you get a like really fast experience. It's one of the fastest ways to get fishing experience. But because I don't have the prerequisite cooking level, I can't do it as effectively, which sucks. I would love to be able to just go wop 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 wop, you know, and just really fucking hammer it out, so to speak. Ba 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 wop ba ba ba. Nice. Yeah, my fishing is 51 and my cooking is 51, so they're both pretty even right now as well. See, I kind of did it, but I don't have high enough cooking level to continue that cycle properly. That being said, I am definitely getting bored here. I want to do other things. So we're going to take on a couple of other quests in the meantime. I do want to complete some of these earlier quests. So let's go ahead. Actually, I need to go back up this way. We're gonna do Merlin's Quistel? We're gonna do Merlin's Quistel. I need to defeat Sir Mordred, who has 39 attack, or level 39, not 39 attack, is level 39. So I shall get my teleports and such. All the necessary items. Okay. Now we are going to go get what we need. So I need a tinderbox, a loaf of bread, a bucket of wax, and some bat bones, which I can get the other two, the bucket of wax and bat bones, during the quest itself. And it recommends you have teleports to Falador. I only got one of those, so that's fine. I'll use that one. And then I also need the bread, which I will make shortly. Bread dough. That bread dough. Ah, good joke. Sorry. Brain's not all there right now. Anyway, I got the other ones that I'm fine with. Let's go ahead and cook real quick. Get in there, I have to go through this door. It's gonna take a hot second. Not a hot second, but a second. I gotta take this garlic for a quest later as well. Alright. Cool, I got the bread. And now we keep going. Playing an entirely different game than everybody else. Let me climb over ye old style. Get myself a bucket of beeswax. Ow. What the yuck? Oh, I probably need the smoke thingy first. Talk to King Arthur. Merlin's Crystal time, baby. And up we go. Open the lodge door. Lancelot. Greetings! I am Sir Lancelot, and the greatest knight in all the land. What do you want? Any idea how to get into Morgan Le Fay's stronghold? Build a strong defensive position. It's on a big rock sticking out in the sea. There are two ways in I know of: a large, heavy front doors, and the sea entrance, only penetrable by boat. They get all their deliveries by boat from Catherby. Cool. Thank you for knowing that. Let me go pray at this real quick. Get my prayer back up. Thank you. Let me go grab some food because I have to go beat the kid. Oh, hang on. There we are. Bum 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 dum dum. Bum 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 dum dum. Bum 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 dum dum. Now we hide inside and we wait. Don't mind me, y'all. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Okay, bat bones retrieved. Okay, I gotta get the insect repellent in the house north of Cathaby. In North Cathaby, actually, not north of. Let's put that away for now. Yay. Yay. Talk the Lady of the Lake in Taverley. Apparently, I didn't realize this, but there's a long way around. I want to see what the long way around entails. It's a way to attack ice giants without getting hit back. Interesting how this path exists. I didn't know that. And I can't even use that path, that underground path, until I beat the fishing one. The fishing contest. Quest. Fishing conquest. Okay, Lady of the Lake in Taverley is going to be down here. Excuse me, I was going the long way around. Sucks at that, like, you can't put, like, I don't know, stairs. Like, make it like a high-level construction unlock. You have to build a shortcut. High-level agility and high-level construction so that people still, like, lower-level players can still have to go through it, but you can have that unlock later on. Okay, I need to get to Port Sarim, which would probably be best for me to do through this teleport. It's decently close, not like super close, but it's closer than where I am now. So... Dun, 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 dun. Nice. Easy speasy. Let me check on my rotates. I know I planted potatoes up here. Oh yeah, they are both dead. Fully dead. Oh, do I need the shovel for that? Hmm. Okay, now I can just buy a bunch of buckets and store them in the tool leprechaun when I next wish. Actually, no, I don't got the money right now. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna finish the quest. Yay, I got a sword. Actually, hang on. Yoink. Snarthon, Cantric, Termonto. No, return to Camelot. Alright, well, we're gonna do that with the cape. Okay, we go stand over here. Okay, you stand here. You light the tinderbox. You right-click, drop the bones. Yay! Wamba ba ba. Ay, ay, ay.
Quest completed.
Yay. Another quest. Hello, Merlin. I don't think I have any anti-poison. Oh no, I have a dose of anti-poison. Okay. Drainer teleport. Nah, I've got the Ardoin, Drainer, Camelot. That's fine. I'll be fine with these. I'm gonna bring 14 lobbies. Okay, and I can't bring any combat gear to the monk, but I can bring these, so. Hang on. No. Bank time, please. Thank you. Okay, perfect. This will apparently get me a lot of defense and prayer experience, so that's nice. Alright, I'm gonna charter these fellas. Wouldn't their boat be better on the other side? Because going in between that little narrow spot every time, backing up, like having to go whip every time looks rather annoying. Let's charter to Port Sarim. Okay. This house west of McGruber's Woods. Oh my gosh, so much to do, so much to see, so much wrong with taking the back streets. My fucking teleport. So at about noon, I'm probably going to end the stream. So I got about 20 minutes for me until then. And then we'll raid out. I need the cloak and that. Okay. Weapon and armor. Actually, you know what? I don't really need... If I'm going to be flinching the Black Knight Titan, which I will be, I don't really need armor, because I don't have anything that gives strength yet, other than the weapon. So we're just going to do these. Looking dope. Alright. Galahad and his house west of McGrubber Wood. So... Anrin Monastery time. Hello, Galahad. How are you? Okay, now I need to travel to Draenor Manor. I've got about 15 minutes until stream's over, so I should be able to finish this quest in that time. Hopefully. Got whacked. I didn't want to click on Merlin's crystal. What the fuck? Oh, no, never mind. I need Excalibur from the bank. Alright, we run again. Whee! We got all the stuff we need for it. Now I need to go get Excalibur from the bank. I might as well start that quest too. Okay, I'll do Ernest the Chicken later. I need to go to Karamja. I guess Brimhaven. Either way, Karamja is cheaper to get to. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Oh. Oh, come on. I can't pass as well. It's gonna take a while. And you can flinch this guy really fast, a lot faster than normal.
Fun. In fact, you know what? I think we should test the Zarket Rack challenges. These challenges give you multiple Jads to fight, and I can only do the first two because these last four require the Inferno. But I did do a melee run of the first one, and it took 17 minutes, which with the global best being 6 seconds, you can tell that's pretty slow. I wonder if I can beat it. It is a little bit concerning though, because these Jads are stronger than the fight caves, meaning they've got a higher magic defense and defense level in general. So I'm not too sure how this is going to play out, but let's see if I can hit it, because if I can, this is going to be really good for the Inferno. Ooh, I've splashed every hit so far. This is actually not looking too good. I actually can't hit this. There's the first hit. Okay, it seems like it's possible, but it does not seem like this is a good use of runes at all, and I'm not sure if this is really going to be that viable in an Inferno run. In the Inferno, towards the end, you actually fight 3 of these, and fighting 3 of these is going to be incredibly scary with melee, but it looks like I might have to melee them. Either that, or I need to get a boatload of runes. Oh, that kind of sucks. I was really looking forward to this and seeing if it would be possible to at least have some fun, but it's not, so I'm not going to waste any more runes here. This one's kind of a bummer, but hey, with all of the extras with these Kets and all the Zars, as well as the fight caves, I cannot complain in the slightest. Well, I want to test the water weaknesses on the Nibblers, because if they have a water weakness, it'll be like the bats in the Inferno, and I'll be able to one-hit them most of the time with 10 health. And if I can kill even 1 per wave, the amount of pillar damage that I take is going to be a lot lower, so I am so excited about this. I've brought Monster Inspect just to make sure that these have not been missed on week 2, but they've got everything else right. Wait. Are you kidding me? Don't do this to me. Oh my god. They've missed the Inferno NPCs on the second update. No, there it is. There's the 8. Oh, I can't believe they've missed this as well. Well, on the bright side, this is coming. The Inferno NPCs are going to get a water weakness. It's just a case of when, but I don't need this right now. The Inferno is a long time away, and I've got a lot to do before that. But when these nibblers get weaknesses, if I can water blast them, they have about a 60% chance of death, which means as long as I can clear 1 at the beginning of the wave, I'm hoping that the pillars die a lot slower. But I'll get into the Inferno in a future video because I have been talking to the top PVMers in the game. I have been learning a lot about it, and I have been figuring out if it is truly possible in my chunk. But anyways, the water weaknesses are a huge success. The fight caves, incredible. Gonna help the runs, whether it's mage or melee. Kets are gonna be so freaking good now. So at the very least, this update is gonna make this grind a lot quicker and make this grind a lot quicker and easier. So even if it doesn't end up being useful in the Inferno, I can officially say this changes everything. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video.
Hey, it's your skin. CeraVe, developed a dermatologist, cleanses and removes excess oil.
Do you think I can complete the Inferno without leaving these 2 chunks?
No. Nope. No.
No way.
There's no way.
Are you stupid?
And this one question was where this story all began, and where I started to dedicate my entire RuneScape career into making the impossible Inferno a reality. But first, I think you need a little context, so let's take you all the way back to the start where it all began. Oh, I am so excited to finally be able to start this account. Look at how beautiful this place is. And that's it. I'm locked here. I can't leave this border until I complete the Inferno. You see, this account is an extreme 1-chunk Iron Man, which means I can't leave these 2 chunks without completing everything there is to do here, which includes not only obtaining every best in slot item, but also completing the collection log. This means there are some crazy tasks like obtaining a Jad pet or getting an agility skill cape, but standing over all of these is completing the Inferno and getting the elusive Infernal cape. And considering my best gear looks like this, it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of research. However, when I started this account, the Inferno didn't even cross my mind for the first couple of months. I was just enjoying the account and taking in this nostalgic area, from killing my first lesser demon to getting my first agility levels, and even getting a world record in the Fight Pits minigame. I was slowly pushing through the huge task list that these chunks had to offer, and the only thing on my mind at the time was, how do I even complete the fight caves without prayer potions? You see, the Jad pet is much more challenging than you might expect. Not only do I not have a method to train range, as the only obtainable range weapon in my chunk is the obsidian rings, which require level 60 range to equip, but I also don't have access to any prayer restoration, meaning I'd have to flick the entire cave. But I didn't let that hold me back. I kept working at it and eventually got 43 prayer from lesser demons for all of the protection prayers, and after a couple of attempts I completed my very first fight caves run using an obsidian sword. But it took over 8 hours. Oh my god, I know I did that a little under leveled, but if I struggled that much with a fight caves run, how the hell am I going to complete the Inferno? And this was when I started doubting everything. Is this genuinely impossible? Well, there's one thing I hate when it comes to personal challenges, and that's quitting. On a 1-chunk account, there is an option to backlog tasks and do them in a later chunk, but I hated the idea of this and wanted to reserve it for only tasks that would take years for very little gain. But the Inferno's iconic, it's difficult, and it's fun. But most of all, if I could do this, it would be my single biggest accomplishment I'd ever have completed, and probably one of the biggest achievements in the entire game. So instead of giving up, while I was playing the account and nailing off all the other tasks one by one, including getting 99 agility just on the Brimhaven agility course, I was in the background researching, speaking to some of the biggest gamers in RuneScape, and most of all, being bullied by my friends.
I think you're an idiot.
Tella, I truly believe that if there is one person who can complete the Inferno on a 1-chunk Iron Man, if there's one guy who could do it, it's probably someone else. But I believe in you anyway, so I mean, go for it.
You know, Tella, I've worked with a lot of people that do really insane things like this in RuneScape, and if anyone can do it,
It's Randy. There is no chance ever that anybody, never mind you, could do this Inferno cake.
Telecon out here thinking he's Port Kazard, man. There's no shot this guy has it in him.
You think you can beat it with 2 chunks? That is a massive ego you have. You are not that good.
Well, actually, I looked into the Inferno before I ended up picking Cox. If I were myself today and had the chance to restart somewhere and that place was the Inferno, I probably wouldn't do it either, so good luck.
It is ridiculous. There are about 45,000 reasons why it's not going to work.
But the response was justified. This was an insane thing to do, and over every video, my friends' comments were echoed by the community. It seems I was truly in over my head. The fact that all these amazing creators who do insane grinds also wouldn't be willing to take this on said a lot, but it didn't change my mind. I wanted to try and find a way to complete this no matter what. And as it turns out, maybe this was possible. There was a small semblance of hope. But before I go into any further details, I need to talk about today's video sponsor, Boot.dev. You see, I genuinely recommend at least trying it out, as all of Boot.dev's content is free to read and watch in guest mode, so you can test it all out. And if you do want to move on to a subscription to unlock the interactive features and game mechanics, there is a 30-day no questions asked refund policy, so you can do so without worry. If this sounds fun, go to Boot.dev and use my code Telecon to get 25% off your first payment, which includes the yearly plan. According to Exact, it was possible, and this message ignited something in me. Now that I knew it was genuinely possible, however hard it may be, I wanted to do everything I could to make this impossible Inferno a reality. But before we get into that, we need to actually go into what the Inferno is and what makes it so difficult even on a regular account. Well, the Inferno is regarded as one of old school RuneScape's most difficult pieces of content. It resembles the fight caves as it's a wave-based minigame, but is much more difficult. And although most of the NPCs in here might look familiar, they are a much more difficult version than the fight caves counterparts. The bats not only drain stats and run energy, but they attack faster than the fight cave version. The blobs hit with ranged and magic and now split into 3 blobs, 1 of each combat style. The meleeers dig next to you if you've been safe spotting them for too long, and if a mage is left alive, it can revive any NPC that's died on this wave, making this insanely difficult. Considering that each of these also hits much more than the fight cave counterparts, one mistake here typically means death. But these aren't even the worst of the monsters. The Inferno also has one more NPC not seen in the fight caves, Nibblers. These attack the pillars in the cave, which are the only places you can safe spot the monsters. They're normally dealt with by using Ice Barrage or Ching Chompers, but without access to any of these, they are single-handedly the reason that I think this Inferno might be impossible. Towards the end of the caves at wave 67, you have to fight an upgraded version of Jad, which is difficult enough on its own. But on wave 68, you have to fight 3 at the same time, and the final challenge, Tizkalzuk, is a force to be reckoned with, which will require hours of precise gameplay for me to get a kill. Now, I know that was a lot to take in, but all in all, just know the Inferno is a scary place full of strong monsters, and even players with max gear and stats struggle. So for me to find a strategy here, I'm good.
Do you want to come to Cat Francisco with us? Here we go! The dollhouse! I think we're
gonna need some help. So I contacted 2 of the best gamers I know to get some advice and opinions from some experts.
Discord sounds.
Okay, I really need some help, and I cannot think of a better person to ask than you. Have you got any advice to complete the Inferno on my Chunk account?
First of all, you're a mad lad. What is this 1 chunk challenge? What am I witnessing? This is crazy.
I think you can take it on blind, mate. I think go in unguided and you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fist him, bro. You have to finish him with the fist for me, alright?
Get the Obi Maul out. I know you've got one and you'll be fine.
How do I hit Zuck?
Can you not melee him?
No comment.
Make sure to kick Zuck in the nuts for me, alright?
I don't know what a nibbler is.
I think I called the wrong people. In all seriousness, I was speaking to a lot of people at the peak of the game to gather as much information as possible, but the ones that helped me out the most were Exact and Articon. Exact is not only one of the best experts at PVM, but he very specifically specializes in insane Inferno runs, not only boasting a level 35 combat completion, but also completing it with no overhead prayers, which is absolutely insane. And Articon is an insane trained speedrunner, having obtained many world records both in and outside of the Inferno. So having both perspectives from such amazing gamers will be invaluable. Before we get into it though, I want to bring up the obvious. I probably need range to complete the Inferno. Within my chunks, I can obtain obsidian rings which require level 60 range to equip, and I can obtain bronze arrows. But as I can't get a short bow, I don't have a direct method to train ranged at all. However, after looking at Impling's loot tables, I noticed that young Implings drop bowstrings, which would allow me to fletch a short bow and train range to 60 using bronze arrows. The problem is, I have no way to train Hunter directly. The only way to train it would be to catch Implings that roam into my chunk, and the lowest tier of Implings, Baby, require 27 Hunter without a net. So not only would I need to lamp to 27 Hunter, but also train to 32 by catching exclusively Baby Imps, which would take about 100 hours just for those 5 levels. But if that's what it would take to complete the Inferno, I'd be willing to do it. So this is my minimum viable gear setup that I settled on. As you can see, I'll have no ranged accuracy at all, no jewelry, and I'd have to do the entire Inferno run not only with obsidian rings, but also without prayer potions. I sent them both the image and explained the situation, and Exact said the nibblers will be hard, but it is possible. As I mentioned earlier, the nibblers are the monsters that attack the pillars, the only safe spots in the waves. And if they're not dealt with quickly, it leads to there being no more safe spots, making the Inferno infinitely harder. And without prayer pots, this would be an insane run. Articon had a different idea though. One of the first questions he asked that I didn't even consider was, why don't I get 84 Hunter for Ninja Implings? Ninja Implings drop 2 very important items that can lead to success in the Inferno.
Come on,
Firstly,
motherfucker.
they drop prayer potions, which would allow me to lose prayer points in tricky situations without the worry of running out of prayer points. But second, and most importantly, they drop runed thrown axes. Remember earlier I said the best way to deal with nibblers was Ice Barrage? That's because it's a multi-targeting spell, meaning it can kill all of the nibblers in one attack. Well, rune thrown axes have a special that does the same thing. It bounces between multiple targets. Now, I knew Ninja Implings dropped these items, but the reason it never crossed my mind was because getting 84 Hunter with barehanded imps was an insane task. With only 1 Impling spawn point in my chunks, I'd be looking at over 4,000 hours to get 84. But with that said, it was definitely an option on the table. The biggest problem of all though is still Zook itself. Neither of them could figure out a good way to complete it outside of simply getting good at the game. But there was one saving grace.
Fine.
Something I never knew existed that they both let me know about. Apparently, when Jagex released Beta Worlds,
Jesus
it allows you
Christ.
to save your main game's progress and
Ugh.
load it into the Beta World. So I think I could do a regular Inferno run on my main account, take the chunk gear in my inventory, save the state, and practice Zook endlessly in chunk gear until I get it down. This was my secret weapon, a way to actually practice for hours and hours and get a good feel for the Zook method I'd need to practice to eventually get a completion. But I do need to wait for those betas to roll around.
I didn't realize there was a
Can't
special
always sit
attack
there
on
and
that.
Practice, but it's definitely a great first step. So now I had a way to practice Zook, and 2 potential routes for the waves. Get 32 Hunter and learn how to do a pillarless Inferno run without prayer potions, which would take a lot longer to learn and be more difficult, or spend thousands of hours getting 84 Hunter to make it that little bit easier, although it would still be one of the hardest Inferno runs in the game. The choices aren't great, but it is possible, so I'm gonna do it. I eventually decided I was going to take the 84 Hunter route. It's a long journey, but after looking into it, there are a lot of benefits it gives I never actually considered. After looking over the Implings of the drop tables, it turns out I can get a few upgrades that will be really helpful for ranged accuracy. I can get an Amulet of Power, blue DI chaps, red spiky vambraces, a hard leather body, and snakeskin boots, which doesn't seem like a lot, but considering I have 0 range bonus at all currently, these are actually insane upgrades, and the faster I kill the waves, the less chance I have of making mistakes. But with all unseen rewards come unseen problems. Getting 84 Hunter actually changes my account a lot. Right now, outside of the Inferno tasks, I only really need to get 85 smithing and obtain a Jad pet, but going all the way to 84 Hunter adds a lot more tasks. I won't list them all, but I'll need to get 67 crafting to cut an onyx, because one of the imps drops buckets of sand so I can train crafting. I need to get 75 fire making to burn a magic log from nature imps, and 87 fletching to fletch those magic logs into a magic shield. And considering I only have access to dead trees, this will probably take well over 1,000 hours of added time to the chunk. Add on the hunter grind and the range training, and I'm essentially making my chunk 2 to 3 times longer. But if I can complete the Inferno, it is worth it. There is a saving grace though. To get 85 smithing right now, my current method is to smith bronze bars, which will take around 1,800 hours. But with Implings, I can actually obtain a mithril pickaxe. And if I lamp to 21 mining to use it, I can knock the smithing grind down to around 700 hours and get a high mining level at the same time. So overall, I think getting this hunter is an amazing idea and will solidify my chunk for the future. The only problem now was figuring out how to hunt imps and train hunter. Believe it or not, Pura Pura, a place where you can catch thousands of implings an hour, is just 1 tile away in the chunk to the north of Brimhaven. But as I can't leave my chunks, I can't access it. However, as it was so close, I contacted Rendy to try pulling some shenanigans and see if I could get in there without breaking the rules to make Hunter thousands of hours faster. We tried a lot of methods, but the closest we got was using an Asgardian ale stall, which looked like this. And on the surface, this was great. I never left the chunk, but unfortunately, the true tile of my character did leave, and I wasn't happy with the outcome, so this was a bust. I even spent many attempts timing the crop circle down to the game tick to click it just before it disappeared to see what would happen. And after a long time and a lot of attempts, I finally got it. But unfortunately, even though the portal disappears, I still walked outside the bounds of my chunk, which means Operation Pura Pura was a failure, and I'd have to catch the overworld spawns forever. But I was still happy. I had a plan, a way to make the Inferno possible, and all it would cost me is time and effort. While I was putting the plan together, my viewers were going into other people's streams and asking what they thought about it all. And Verve said this.
I think Telecon can do it. I think so. He has experience with, like, he has an Inferno cape. He's just gonna have to put in a crazy amount of time to master and get to that level.
This was extremely motivating. Verve has one of the hardest Inferno completions on any Snowflake account on his Karamja Ultimate Iron Man series. So I decided to give him a call and ask a few questions. How difficult was your Inferno run on the Karamja account?
It's definitely the most difficult thing I've did. And it took me around, I think it was between 3 and 4 months to complete it.
So how long do you reckon it'll take me with the much worse gear setup and no ruby bolts?
I mean, it really depends on your, like, training speed, I would say. But you have done Inferno on the main account before, right?
Yeah, quite a few. But the lowest that I've done is Black D-Eyed Rune Crossbow.
Okay, well, that's honestly, that's a really good start. I think you should maybe try the Karamja cape as like a stepping stone.
I think that's a good idea. I guess the most important question is, do you think I can do it?
Yeah, I think you can do it.
Do you think you could do it?
I think I could do it, but would I do it? Probably not.
And with that said, welcome into phase 2 of my chunk account. Complete. Help me out over the next few months. Please do join my Discord in the description and keep an eye on the announcements tab. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and to anyone who still thinks this is impossible.